Hey guys, good morning. Let me set up this room real quick and then we can get started. Market opens in about 10 minutes. So as soon as the market opens, we can start looking for trades and we can kick off this trading week. We did have some trades yesterday, which all played out pretty nicely. Full TPs all around. So I will show you guys that in a little bit, but let me just finish setting up this room and then we can get started. Today's April 12th. Let's see, April 12th. Monday. So right here. I think that's good. Let me just get this link for you guys. So I'm currently in this buy right here. This buy showed up like a while earlier, but I entered late. So it came up over here on 5 a.m. I entered like somewhere around here though, when it came back down to entry point. So I entered it late and I'm currently, it's around entry point at this time. So we'll see how this plays out. I usually don't like to take the opening candle, but I'm ready in the trade. I thought I was going to close out earlier. I was going to close out when it was up here, but it came back down. So we'll see how it plays out. All right, let me just get this link out to you guys here in the Telegram groups. And then lastly, I'll get you guys the Zoom link as well. So we can just finish posting this up right here. That looks good. And just get it on the chat right there. All right, looks like everything's pretty much good to go. Let me just send this link out to our social media and then we can get started. So we got this right here. Send out to you guys here. All right, I got that sent out. One last place is going to be the social media and the Instagram. Let's get this out to you guys as well. Let's post it over here. And I'll get you guys a Zoom link shortly. Just give me 1 second, guys. Got that posted there. Post this on the Instagram real quick. All right, swipe up. All right, looks like we're good to go, guys. So let me just get the Zoom link out to you guys here in the premium, and then we should be good to go. Let me copy this over. All right, let's get this over here to you guys. All right, looks like we're good, guys. Let me pull up the chat and see who's in here, and then we can kick off the trading week. So we're good right there. Let me just pull this up. All right, cool. All right, nice. Morning, Byron. Morning, Peter. Morning, Juan. Morning, Essence. What's up, David? Morning, Patricia. Morning, Yash. Morning, Andrew. Morning, Eric. Morning, Angela. Morning, Spencer. Morning, everybody. So hopefully you guys had a great weekend. If you guys sat in with our live session yesterday, we all hit full TP off this trade right here that I called for you guys. I called this buy for you guys. And I told you guys to just be patient, right? So if you guys are patient and you held on to it, we hit full TP. And everyone's profits are pretty good this morning to kick off the trading week. So these are my profits. I actually woke up like around 1 a.m. to check my trade. And I made about 2,000 off that account. And then I made about 1,000 on this account. So I made a total of like about 3,000 to kick off the trading week. Everyone else in K2 did pretty well as well. Fidel over here locked in 752. He took one bad trade here on accident, but you know, it's all good. It happens. There's a back and forth game here, but overall he's in profit 752 for this morning. Rick over here did the same thing. He just took the trade, let it run. He made it 420 or 432 this morning. So he woke up to that this morning. Over here, Trell, he locked in about 2,520 off one of them, and he added on another one for 800. So he's in profit well over 3,000 for this morning, for this trading week, actually. And Kong over here as well. So Kong took a whole bunch of trades right here. He's in profit a total of 896. He took a bunch of trades actually on his own using the K2 strategies, but he has a lot of nice wins over here. So nice work, Kong. And I think that's about it for this morning. Mercedes here as well. She took a US 30 sell on Sunday and she made about 1,000. Patricia, she took some XRP buys. She made about 1,529. So we're all kicking off the trading week very well. Right here is Shawn. He locked in about 289 yesterday too. And Dimitri over here locked in 675. So congrats to everybody here in K2. We're kicking off this trading week pretty good. And I think we're gonna have a great week ahead of us. So congrats to everybody who took those trades yesterday that I called for you guys. This is why it's important that you guys show up to all of these live sessions, because these live sessions provide all of the let me mute everybody. These live sessions will give you guys opportunity to lock in a lot of these trades that some people miss out on, right? So like if you guys sat in on the live session yesterday, there was a bunch of different opportunities here that we could have taken. Like for example, there was another sell here, but I was waiting for a buy, because if you guys remember my analysis from yesterday, we were looking at the market sentiment right here. Market sentiment was 75%. So I knew it was going to go up. And if you guys remember what I said, I mentioned that price was coming down, and I said it was going to consolidate for a little bit until London session, and then it was going to shoot up, and look what happened. It did exactly what I said it was going to happen, right? So if you guys sit in on these live sessions, you guys will have the upper hand with entering these trades, and you guys will understand, you know, why we're taking these trades. I'm currently in this position right here. I generally don't like to take the opening candle, but whenever I'm already in the trade, I can't do much about it. And I'm just going to let it run. So we're going to let that play out, and then we will see what happens in the next 2 minutes or so. This isn't going to be considered an official trade because I didn't actually call this for you guys. I just took it on my own. But this one over here is going to be counted since everyone took this with us. But yeah, other than that, guys, let's get started. So let me just scroll up real quick. Hey, morning, Kushi. Morning, Wave. Morning, Kadre. Morning, Nick. Morning, Steven. Morning, John. Morning, Jonathan. Morning, Peter. Morning, David. Morning, everybody. So let's get started. We're gonna wait a little bit for the market to smoothen out, obviously, until we start taking trades. But I'm currently in this trade right here. I'm just gonna let it run because I can't really do much. I'm not gonna close it out too early. It's gonna let it do what it's supposed to do, and then we'll keep going along with the trading day. So let me just scroll up real quick. Hey, Marcel, how's it going, bro? Morning, everybody. So yeah, all you can do right now is just chill out and wait for the market to move. Yeah, Mark said I marked up that invalid, so we'll see. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. If this hits stop loss for me, it's not a big deal because we already won this trade yesterday. So I'm not really worried about it. It's gonna wipe out yesterday's profits, but the rest of the scalps this week should pick up for it. So it's all good. Yeah, we'll just wait and see how it plays out. Hopefully it shoots up, hits our TP. This I don't think this is the all-time high. Let me just go over here real quick. Yeah, the all-time high is still like way over here, so we do have some space for it to push up actually. Let's see this real quick. Yeah, the all-time high is going to be up here, so it can probably still push up even higher. I know a lot of people get kind of nervous when it reaches the all-time high. They think it's going to drop, but you just got to go with how the market's moving. I wouldn't even like bother being worried about this because a lot of times price will just come and break right through it. because I know a lot of people, that's why the sells are kind of growing over here, because a lot of people are trying to hop into the sells. They're trying to catch it as it like drops, right? But since majority of people are still short, I would still go long, because you don't want to trade where everyone's trading. Like if you guys remember from March, back over here in March, everyone kept selling US 30, but we kept buying like right there, this whole area right here. Like the entire month of March, I think it was right here, this big drop on the 25th. People kept selling right here because they were like, oh, it's at an all-time high, it has to drop, right? Like, where was that? It was like middle of March, actually. Like, yeah, it was like early March. So like right here, this is where people started to sell a lot. Like if you guys remember trading with me in March, at this point right here, a lot of people just kept selling because they thought, oh, it's going to have to drop because it's at an all-time high, right? But the complete opposite happened. It just kept shooting up and up. So every time it pushed up higher, we just kept buying, buying, and buying. And then we made a ton of profit in March. If you guys were sitting in on the live session yesterday, we looked at the results for March. We actually locked in the most profit in March because we were doing the opposite of everyone else. Everyone was selling and we were buying. So we locked in a total of 11,500 pips in March because we were just doing the opposite of everyone else. So I know a lot of you guys get worried when it reaches the all-time high. I wouldn't be worried, guys. Just, you know, if the market gives you entries for buys and it's going against sentiment, then, you know, it's fine to take it. It's not a big deal. So just keep that in mind. And I wouldn't be skewed because everyone else is, you know, trading the other way. So I think that's it for now. We're going to wait for some entries here. Nice. It's pushing up right there. And then we will, we'll see how it plays out. It's still the opening candle, guys. So we're going to see some unusual market movement. Price is going to spike back up and down. Maybe like 30 minutes to an hour from now, it'll start to smoothen out and it'll choose its direction. So going over here on the 10-minute, I mean, you don't really see much right there, but price will probably spike around a bit. And then once we reach about 7:30, that's when it's going to start to set its direction. So like somewhere like right here, it'll start to set its direction and it'll either go up or it will go down for the next couple hours up until like 10 a.m. And then around 10 a.m. it's going to start, it's probably going to go the opposite way around here. So it'll bounce around, and then around like 7:30, it'll go directional one way or the other. And then at 10, it's going to go opposite of where it was going, or it might be, I don't know. That's usually how the market moves. If you guys cited on my session yesterday, I kind of went into detail how US 30 moves. I mean, obviously you guys know I trade US 30 every day, so I know how it moves because I see the same pattern just play out every day. 10 o'clock is usually the time when price starts to reverse a bit, 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. All right, so this is currently running right here. Let's see. Let me just refresh my window over here for my MC4. All right. All right, yeah, it's still running for me. All right, so let's see. All right, cool. Morning, Craig. Morning, Ari. Morning, everybody. So yeah, we're just waiting right now, guys. We're waiting for this to smoothen out. We don't have any entries that are available just yet, but we should in a bit. So we're just waiting for the market to settle out. Once it's settled, then we can start looking for some scalps. I was looking at the Forex market over here. There's a trade here that we could possibly enter for odd JPY. I was going to call this, but I was waiting for it to come back down. So I might call it as a late entry right here as a sell stop, so that if it does come back down, we can hop into this sell here. But there isn't really much available right now for these Forex pairs. Forex pairs are kind of just flat for this day. I was looking at GCAD right here for a buy. But it doesn't look like it's ready to be taken just yet. Oh man, guys, you guys got to see my profits. Oh my, what the heck? It hit TP already? Oh no way, it spiked up. Oh, it did. Okay, so I hit my TP. Perfect. I made a lot of profit right now, guys. Oh man, I'm like freaking shocked. Oh, I actually took 2 positions on that too. Oh man, this is crazy. Oh, no way. Okay, I locked in a lot of profit right now. Let me show you guys my MT4. Dang, that's crazy, dude. They all hit TP. I didn't even like. All right, so here's my profit for today. Here's the date, 4/12. So yesterday I took the trade. I made about a 2,000 off there, another 1,000, and then I made 2,440. So total right now, I'm in profit for this week off just this one account. I have two accounts. So for this account right here, I'm in profit 1970 plus 1140 plus 2440. Holy shit. I'm in profit like almost 6,000 this morning because I took this trade here. I accidentally hit buy twice. So I have two positions that were open. It's about to hit TP anyways. There we go, full TP. So if you guys took that trade earlier, nice work. Damn, I'm in profit a lot for this morning. There goes your horns, guys. Oh man, this is crazy. Oh man, dude, this is so funny. This is like a game to us now, right? The money doesn't even matter anymore. It's just about winning the trades. But let me take a screenshot of my profits. Wow, that's crazy. This is why I never look at the profits, guys. I just care about winning the trades. Like a lot of people care about the stuff that doesn't really matter. Like everyone's always like, oh, I want to lock in these extra pips. I want to lock in these huge moves. Dude, we don't even have to we take small moves. We scalp all day and we lock in a lot of profit. Oh man, this is nuts. I have two accounts, so I locked in a lot. Okay. Even my personal account. Oh man, this is nuts. This is crazy. Shit. Okay. For sure. All right, I'm gonna send you guys a screenshot of everything right here. Yeah, I'm freaking. See, this is what happens if you guys get really good at one asset. Like for me, I'm really good at US 30. I know exactly how it moves. That's why I wasn't worried about taking this trade. A lot of people would have tripped out if it dropped right here. But like I was telling you, I was like, I don't care if it hits stop loss because I already made my win over here, so it's no big deal to me. This just became an extra win for me. So this, damn, that's crazy, guys. Let me take a screenshot of that. Chico, if you want access to the indicators, you go on the website, k2trades.com. Man, I'm still shocked I made that much profit this morning, guys. It's freaking what time? It's 6:38 in the morning. People are still asleep right now. And we're here locking in like crazy, crazy profit. So Chico, if you want to sign up for the indicators, just go on the website, k2trades.com. Click on K2 strategy course right here. And you can sign up from there. But let me just send you guys my profits. I'm going to send you guys an update right here in the chat, because I know some of you guys did take this trade. So let's see. Copy this over to you guys here. Man, you guys can be freaking mind blown when you see my account. I'm mind blown right now, and I've been trading for years. So guys, like you know, it doesn't matter how long you've been trading. It's still exciting. I've been trading for like 11 years now. I still, yeah, look at the C-stick over here, locking 805. Jazz over here locking 546. So a lot of you guys hopped into this trade late. Like I showed you guys that I was in the trade, so you guys just hopped in with me. So nice work, guys. Lee over here locked in 75. You guys can see everyone in K2. Cam over here locked in 226. Nice. Let me show you guys my profit. You guys are gonna be freaking. Check this out, guys. Man, what a great way to kick off the trading week. I'm ready to cop some more of these scalps, man, because this is nuts. See, this is what I was telling you guys. Don't worry about it being Mercedes over here locking 2,428. Damn, nice work, Mercedes. Jalan over here locking 3,201. Nice work, guys. So this is what I'm saying, guys. Like, if you guys follow K2, you guys don't even have to be part of K2. You guys can just sit in on these live sessions and take trades as they come. Yeah, here's the profits that I made. I just told you guys right here. So I'm up 5,448 on my first account. I made about 1,000 last night, 1,970. The second trade this morning, 2,440. And then again, that extra trade, 1,140. So that's one account there. My second account over here, I'm up 2,819. So I'm in profit pretty good for this week. This week just started. It's freaking Monday morning, guys. Everyone's still sleeping. And we locked in, how much did I lock in this week? 5,448.78 plus 2,819. This is like someone's freaking monthly paycheck right here in like a few minutes. Nice. So congrats everybody. We did pretty good off that right there. I'm ready to do it again. So I'm waiting for this next. Oh, fuck, we just missed it. There was an entry right here. Should I enter late? Thinking about it. See, I was too busy celebrating with you guys. I missed this freaking trade over here. Another full TP we could have hit right there. It's all good. Whatever. I'm happy with my my 8K for this week. All right. So let's go check this out real quick. Say we're up pretty heavy right now. We're up, man. I could just chill this whole week and I'll be happy with my profit. Yo, what's up, Jeff? How's it going, bro? Hey, Paul. Let's see what else we got over here. Let me just scroll up real quick and see what's going on. Let's see. Morning, Dennis. John said I took it to Camo too. Yeah, it looks like everyone took those trades right there. It's everyone did pretty good. Nice. Yeah, definitely, Gallo. Congrats to everybody who hit TP. That was a smooth trade. Like that trade came in pretty nice. Merciful, what lot size are you using? I'm using 10 lots now because the strategy is so accurate that I'm going like, I'm not going full lot size, but I'm going a lot higher than I normally do. I normally use 5 lots, but I'm using 10 lots now. And FTMO is different, so it's not necessarily a 5 lot. It's more like a 0.50. It's not the full 5 or the full 10. So let me see what else is going on over here. Morning, Emmanuel. Sure, said let me use the Zoom. All right, I'm letting you guys into the Zoom right now. Paul said, hey, Shawn, I put a buy limit where price was react. You made a quick 1,100 in 1 minute. Nice, Paul. Congrats, bro. Congrats to everybody who hopped into that trade with me. A lot of you guys did really good. Cheryl over here locked in 850. So a lot of you guys here are like locking in a lot of profits to kick off the trading week. Essence over here locked in a couple $100. Let's see. Essence locked in. Oh no, she locked in 25 bucks off that US 30. She took a gold sell here for $1.55. So she's up almost 30 bucks for the day. So she's doing pretty good too. And as you guys can see here, guys, it doesn't matter if you guys have a big account or a small account, you can still profit with K2. And you don't have to have a huge account here to be trading with us. Like Cheryl over here locking about 800, Essence locked in about 30 bucks. It doesn't matter. Like as long as you're winning here, that's all that really matters, guys. Because if you guys keep winning with us here, you can just keep compounding your account. You don't have to really, fuck, man, look at this full TP again, dude. I should have just hopped into it. No, it's too late. I'm not going to get in. But it's all good. If you guys caught that trade for whoever did, congrats to you guys. It's about to hit TP right now. I missed it. But it's all right. We're going to wait for the next one. All right. So we're good with that right there. We'll wait for the next entry. I'll set an alert there so that we can follow it as it moves along. Mid scalp. TP. Yeah, so pretty good off that right there. I'll keep watching it. If it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, it's fine. I'm not in the trade, so it doesn't matter to me. But for you guys who are in the trade, I definitely want it to hit for you. So I want this trade to fully move, like hit TP, come back down, and then provide for another entry so it'll hop right back in, right? And yeah, we'll let that play out. Let's go to the 3 minute here. So this entry over here, the same entry that we're looking at right here off the new strategy, it lines up with Josh's strategy right here as well because it's above the pivots. So this is a pretty solid entry. If it comes back down, I might re-enter it, but we'll see. There's there's 3 entry points here. There's an entry point for that. There's also an entry point right here for the 10 minute. So this is what indicates that it's a really good trade because there's a bunch of entries that are available, right? There's an entry that's available here for the, right, already hit TP, but there's an entry that's available here on the 10 minute, which hit full TP. There's an entry off Josh's 3 minute right here that hit full TP. There's also another entry here off the new strategy right here as well. That's on its way to full TP. Yeah, I'm tempted to hop in, but I can't. I gotta sit on my hands right now. Yeah, let me just forward this over to everybody over here real quick. Yeah, if you guys have profits that you guys want to share with me, just post them in any of the groups or send it to me privately, and then I'll add you guys to the list of profits that get posted at the end of the day. Nice. Mercedes said that 7 potential wins, no losses. So she's doing pretty good. You guys can see Mercedes like just signed up to K2 like not that long ago, and she's killing it. She's having like straight wins back to back to back, and she's just barely learning what we do here because it's really simple. Like I simplify trading as much as possible so that everyone can profit with us here. And, you know, obviously if you guys want to learn the strategy, you just need to go on the website, k2trades.com, and then click on K2 strategy course right here to unlock access to these indicators. Because obviously you can see here, there's a ton of opportunity. If you were applying the 10-minute snipe strategy right here, you could have hit full TP off that. If you're applying Josh's 3-minute strategy right here, you could have hit full TP off a lot of these right here, like this one over here, full TP right there, right? There's a lot of trades here that you could be taking on your own. Because for me, for example, I'm asleep during London session, so I can't take any of these trades. But if you're awake during London session, like all these trades right here are all wins, right? That buy would have been full TP. This buy right here would have been full TP. This buy right here would have been full TP. So you guys could have been up heavy profit this morning already if you guys decided to apply it on yourself. And that's why a lot of people here have their own profits, right? Like Fidel over here. Fidel, he's one of the guys that trades during the London session. If you see Fidel in the morning, he always sends his profits, and he's like, you know, he locked in a bit last night because he's awake during the London session. So he took all these trades right here. We only took one trade, but he took like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 trades last night, right? During London session. And he does it every morning. Like you can see the dates right here, even on the 6th, he takes all these trades in the morning. He made 889 because he takes these while we're asleep. Well, most of us, because not some of you guys here are located in the UK, so you guys are awake during London session. But yeah, all of these right here, pretty solid. Oh man, it came back down. I was thinking about freaking entering it. Maybe I'll do a late entry. Oh, it's too late now. Yeah, maybe I'll put like a buy limit here, and I'll just hop into this. Yeah, no, I'll see. That's pretty solid, dude. I'm thinking about entering this, but I'm waiting because the thing is, it's already, I don't think I'm gonna enter yet. I'm probably gonna wait for another entry, like another one to set up, and then I'll hop in, or maybe I'll just hop in late. We'll see how this goes. I'm gonna keep watching it, and I'll see if I want to hop into this or not. Dalton, what's up, bro? Looks like you're back, dude. I remember you from last year. Well, it depends. Which strategy do you want to see, Dalton? Dalton's asking if we can explain the K2 strategy. So, I mean, there's a bunch of different strategies we're using. These are 3 different strategies right here. This is one, this is one, this is one, this is one. We have like a bunch of strategies. So I'm not sure which one you're asking for, Dalton. If you'd be a little more specific, I can probably show you if we have time. If we don't have time, then you can just go back and watch any of the live streams. I trade live every morning and I explain it every day. So if we have time, I'll show you. If not, then, you know, we're going to focus on our own scalps here. But you can go back and watch any of the old videos. And there's a video, like we trade every morning. So you have a whole year of videos to look at if you want to see how it works. Or if you can be a little more specific and tell me what you're actually asking, like which strategy you want me to go over, we can go over it. But I'm not going to go over every single strategy because we just don't have time. You know, if I go over the strategy, we're going to miss out on some trades. So if you can let me know which one you want to see, I can show you it. But if not, then you can just go back and watch all the videos. And morning, active. Morning, everybody. So let's see. Which one, Dalton? There's different 3-minute ones. Are you talking about Josh's? Or are you talking about the new one? I'll just go over Josh's right here because I'm not going to show you guys a new one yet. So basically, Josh's strategy right here. So I'll just show you really quick how Josh's work because we're looking for a trade anyway. So this is going to be Josh K2 3-minute US 30 strategy. So first you want to confirm a valid K2 momentum signal. 2A, you're going to confirm price break and close past K2 pivot 3 and 4. Right here. K2 3 and 4. Let me check this real quick. All right, cool. So yeah, that's why we didn't enter this trade right here. We're waiting for it to smoothen out. But anyways, going back to here, 2A or 2B, confirm price and break, price break and close above K2 pivot 3 plus 4, 3 and 4 for a buy or below for a sell. Enter open. That's pretty much it. So yeah, right here, pretty much first, we confirm a valid K2 momentum signal. Second, confirm price break and close past K2 pivot 3 and 4. So for example, right here, this candle right here, we have a valid buy signal, right? So that's going to satisfy the first requirement. Second requirement, we confirm price break and close past K2 pivot 3 and 4, which would be right here because these are the pivots right here. So price breaks and closes past it, right? With that said, we enter this right here for a buy. Our TP stop loss is going to be 25-50 split. With that said, that's pretty much it. Both the requirements are met. We enter on the open of the falling candle, and then we let this run. And there you go, full TP, right? So that's the first one. That's 2A. For 2B, it's the same thing, but it's just a difference for the candle. So for example, again, right here, we look at the same things, right? We're looking for a valid K2 momentum signal. Right here, we have a valid buy. Check that off. 2, we confirm price break and close past the K2 pivots. They're not breaking, closing past it, so that doesn't apply. For 2B, we confirm price and break close above for a buy or below for a sell. Right here, it's above. So we enter that buy right there. Same thing, 25-50 split. And then we let this run right here. And there you go, full TP. So that's pretty much Josh's 3-minute strategy right there for both of them. This is 2A and this is 2B. So you guys can see it's pretty simple. Not that difficult at all. Let's see. Yeah, so this would be a valid seller here, guys. I'm gonna wait for a bit for price to smoothen out because, like I mentioned in the beginning, we usually want to wait at least an hour from after market opens to enter new trades because price is gonna be bouncing back and forth. So price is gonna be going up, it's gonna be going down, and then once it hits like 7:30 my time, that's when price is going to choose a direction. So I'm probably gonna hold off until that point right there. Because price is just going to keep going back and forth because there's an entry here for a buy. There's also an entry here for a sell. So I'm just going to delete this right here. And then we're going to wait for this to play out before we hop into these trades. And that's why I didn't take that buy right there either. See, so good thing we didn't take that buy there because price is going to be bouncing around a lot. So what could happen here is like this could probably reject off this area right here because it's at the order block, right? The order block is right here. So if price rejects off this point, then we can take the buy in this direction and then just keep riding it up. So I'm not in this position right here. This position came really late, so we decided not to take it. And that's what we're waiting for. We're just waiting for another position to present itself for us to re-enter. But we're probably gonna hold off until 7:30 anyway. So 7:30 is right over here. So until price reaches this point, then it's going to choose its direction, right? Because it's just ranging. If you guys look at this from, let me just turn this off right here. So if you guys look at this from here, price is just ranging within these areas right here, right? So it's just ranging within these areas. Once it reaches like 7:30 right here, this is where it will probably either break above or break below, right? And at that point, we can start looking for trades in that direction. The main problem is that it's at the all-time high right here. So that's why it's kind of bouncing around a lot. And that's why I decided not to take it just yet because we did miss the trade because it came in late. But I also, if I didn't see that there, I probably would have just held off on taking it because of where price currently was. Let me just go back over here. So I'm just going to mark this up. I think this is the all-time high. Yeah. So like I was saying, right? So price, like it's not necessarily like we shouldn't just avoid trades because it's at all-time high, but this is going to be a critical area right here. Like once price breaks into this area up here, then yeah, I'd probably look for some buys. But while it hasn't even tested it yet, right? So it's going to keep bouncing around and just consolidate within this area back and forth until it finally tests the area. Once it tests the area, then we can have a better idea of like what's going to happen from there. And then we can probably hop into a trade. That's why I'm waiting for 7:30 right here, because once we reach 7:30, that's where we can hop into, we can start to develop a bias for the day, because the price is generally going to move one direction for the day up until 10. So like from this time up until 10, let's see 10, yeah, right there. Price will go one direction. So let's see, market open right here at 6:30. So as you can see, it's consolidating. And then once it breaks into 7, it'll probably go up for a bit. And then probably like around 10 right there, it's just going to come right back down, right? So we'll see how this plays out. But we're not in a rush, guys. We're up like so much profit for the day. I'm not trying to throw that away, taking risky trades. You know, I'm trying to conserve our profits right here. Let's see, Ray over here. How much did Ray make? Ray made a couple, let's see, 20, 40, 50, about 50 euros this morning. So Ray over here traded gold this morning. He took a bunch of sells. He locked in about 50 euros total. So nice work, Ray. So as you guys can see, everyone here is killing it. Everyone's doing pretty good overall. If you guys know the strategy, you guys can take these on your own. Like you can see, I didn't call any gold trades. I don't even trade gold myself. But Ray over here trades it, and he does pretty well for himself here. Other than that, we're just gonna be waiting for an entry to appear, and we got about 30 minutes. So we'll see what happens from there. Yeah, no problem, Dalton. If you want to see another strategy, just let me know, because right now we're probably gonna be chilling for the next 30 minutes anyways. So my bad if I was trying to rush you earlier. I was just trying to make sure that we didn't miss any trades, but I just realized that it's still early. Like I didn't realize it's only 7 o'clock. Like we made so much profit this morning that I thought it was like late already. Like after seeing my profits, we usually don't hit this until like later in the day, but well, we're doing pretty good today so far. Let me just check my other account to make sure, because I do have my my personal running as well. All right, cool. We're solid. We're good. Yeah. I mean, one of the problems too is I'm someone like really screwed up their like 200K account. So I'm like trying to help them make it back to break even, because I think their account ends today or tomorrow on the 13th. Today's the 12th, so their account ends on the 13th. I'm trying to just bring their account to break even so that they can get a retry. Let me check their account. They're at 196,000 right now. So they just need about 4K for the day to bring it back to break even. So I'll be trying to help this person out. I'm not gonna name them, but they've been having problems with their. They've been trying to bring it back because they had a really bad start, and then I'm just bringing their account back to at least break even so that they could have another retry for the following month. Let me just scroll up real quick, see what else did I miss. Jeff said, looks like you're going to get a red sell vertical any minute now. Would you still go long for it? Jeff, so I'm going to hold off on that for a bit. I would go long for it after 7. So like I was mentioning, 7's like the cutoff where like price starts to stabilize a bit. Because right here, this is like a big manipulated move, right? Because market open right here, like just looking at current price right here at 630, this is the manipulated move right here. So basically what usually happens is we have this big move at 630. After 630, generally what will happen is price will either continue pushing up or it'll come back down to retrace to where it was originally before market open, right? So right now, price is currently where it's supposed to be. This is where price was before market open. So at this point, it's probably going to consolidate a little bit. And then by like 7, this is when it'll start to move directional up or down. So if it does, if we get a buy entry like a little later down here, then yeah, I'll take that buy. But currently, I'm just going to wait for it to choose its direction before I hop in. Because right now it's just going to keep bouncing back and forth. We got about, let's see, we got about 30 minutes left until 7:30. So once that happens, you can see right here, it's trying to push back up, right? So it's having a rejection off this area, this order block area. So it's failing to break below it. If that happens, it might just push it up from here, and then it'll probably establish new all-time highs this morning possibly. So let me just check this real quick. See, we're only going for like 250 pips. So even if I was to scalp right here, this is perfectly fine. Like I'm happy taking this profit here, 250 pips, again, right here, 250 pips. And then once it reaches that all-time high, then I'm probably gonna be a little careful with what I'm deciding to take. So we'll see how this moves. But you know, it's just a game of patience at this point. We're just gonna wait for it to move. And then once it does move, we'll decide what we want to take. So let me see what else we got over here real quick. Just scroll down a little bit. Syphilis is asking, can I enter a sell trade? I wouldn't enter right now. I would hold off until 7:30 once market price has been established. I have a bullish bias, guys. So I'm looking at market sentiment over here. Market sentiment still shows majority of retail traders are short, or it's starting to dwindle down a little bit. It was at 75 this morning. Now it's down to 71 because everyone's getting stopped out, right? So a bunch of people have sell orders here, or they were entering sells yesterday, like around this area. And then as price pushed up, it just stopped everyone out, right? So as it stops everyone out, a lot of the the retail traders shift from short to long because they get kicked out of the trade. So I still have a bias for a long right now. I still would be looking for buys because there's more retail traders on the short side, and I'm more so looking for this to go in that direction and just keep retesting these all-time highs. Let me just scroll down real quick and see what else I'm missing. Dalton said, but you're the one currently showing, but the one you're currently showing is a new strategy. Yeah, this is the new strategy right here, Dalton. I mean, it's really similar to Josh's strategy. It's just that we swapped out the pivots for order blocks. So instead of using pivots, we use order blocks for this one. But it's pretty much the same thing. It's just different entries. Craig's asking your OB strategy. Any idea when you might make the new K2 OB indicator strategy live for us? The indicator hasn't been made yet, Craig. So when it does become made, the problem with this indicator right here, I don't recommend anyone use any other OB indicators because they repaint. The thing with the new indicator that I'm going to create is it's not going to repaint, because the problem here is, like, we have good entries here, but let me just show you. Let me see if I could find one here, because these order blocks, they disappear sometimes. And the problem with that is if you hop into a bad trade and you don't know how to identify order blocks yourself, you're going to get screwed because see, like right here, see how we have a sell order block right here? If you guys don't know how to identify order blocks, you guys might have taken this sell right here, right? Because it's clear. It's clear that there's an order block and there's a sell signal right there. So if you were to take this sell signal right here, let me just see if it hits or if it hits stop loss. Let's see. Because I'll show you that they disappear. That's why it's hard for us to, like, I'm not going to tell you guys to use a different order block indicator, because you guys might make the mistake of taking trades that are not going to play out properly. So like right here, you can see that these order blocks disappear, right? Because we had a couple red ones here, and it's not accurate. It's not accurate at all. The only reason that I can do it myself is because I actually know how to identify order blocks. So right here we have, one appears, and then as price moves around, it disappears, right? So you get kind of screwed if you end up taking those trades, because you're like just depending on these indicators here that aren't very accurate. That's why I need to create our own indicator for K2 so that it's more accurate and that you guys can, actually catch these trades a little smoother, right? Because right here, it's kind of hard to really tell if it's solid or not. Because if you took that sell right there, see how it had the sell order block? It's gone now. It's not there anymore. So if you guys took that trade, you might be screwed because it doesn't stick on the chart. So I'm over here trying to create a brand new indicator for K2 where it doesn't repaint. So once it comes on, it stays there and there won't be any confusion. But yeah, my coder's on vacation right now. So when he comes back at the end of April, that's when we'll start working on it. But I'm currently working on it myself, because the thing is, obviously all these indicators right here, I created all of them myself. So I know exactly how they work. It's just hard for me to explain to a new trader who doesn't know how to actually identify order blocks, how to see what I'm seeing. So that's why it's going to take some time for me to get it set up, Craig. So Craig said, do you only use order blocks on the same time frame? I use only on the same time frame, Craig. I only use a 3-minute. So if I'm trading the strategy, I don't go on any other time frames. I have different tabs here to help me like identify different confluences. So for example, here, if I see a sell on the 10-minute and then I see a sell on the 3-minute and then I see a sell on the 1-minute, what do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to take that sell, right? Vice versa. If I see a buy here on the 10-minute, I see a buy on the 3-minute, and I see a buy on the 1-minute, then I'm going to take a buy, right? That's how I caught this trade over here. So I caught this trade over here. Let me just go over here real quick. Yeah, I caught this trade over here because right here, or no, it wasn't here. It was like at 5 something. Right here. Yeah, 5 o'clock. So at 5 o'clock, the reason why I took this trade right here was because we had confluences from all different sides. So like right here, I saw this buy and I was like, oh, this looks like a good buy, right? So I looked over at the 10-minute, and right here at 5 o'clock, it was a nice buy right here as well, right? Because it was rejecting off the pivot. So I saw a buy there on the 10-minute. I saw a buy here on the 3-minute. I saw a buy here right here for Josh's strategy as well. Right here again, 5 o'clock, right? Same time. 5 o'clock right there. So as soon as I saw these 3 buys right here, it's common sense. It's like, oh, you have so many confluences indicating that I'm going to be a buy, that it's probably going to be a buy. So I hopped into that buy, and that's how I locked in, these profits right here for these buys, because I had that confirmation that, it's probably going to play out, because if there's buy entries on the 10-minute, There's buy entries on the 3 minute, and there's also like on the 1 minute right here at 5 o'clock, you can see that price is bullish. If all of those give you that same confluence, then it's probably going to play out. And that's why I took the trade. And I think that's why I accidentally hit double, and I took 2 buys, and it worked out for me. I ended up making 5,000 this morning from those trades. So that's why I mainly trade on just one time frame, but I look at other time frames for extra confluence, but I don't necessarily base my trade off that. So let me just scroll up real quick and see if there's any other questions here. Sharul is asking, hey, Shawn, how often do you go live for Asia session? Not really very often, Sharul. I don't think I ever really go often for Asia session. The only time I go live is usually on a Wednesday, because I go live with Kyle, Joey, and Billy, and we just hang out like on Wednesdays. But I haven't been going live lately because I've just been too busy with this new strategy. Obviously, I'm trying to work on the strategy so I can get it out to you guys as soon as possible. But I need time to focus on it. So that's why I haven't really been going live for Asia session. Kyle's asking, do you think this week's a good week to start FTMO with it being heavy US news week? I don't really base anything off the news, Kyle. I personally like the news because the news causes volatility in the market. So like when I see a lot of news in the market, this is actually a good thing because it creates a quick price movement, right? The market just keeps, pushing around and hitting it. Like it's going to be easy for us to catch these scalps during a news week. So I personally would trade during a news. Well, I don't even care if it's a news week or no news week. I'm still trading. But yeah, if you're asking me personally, yeah, I do trade during news, and I would start a brand new FTMO if that's the case, because you have more volatility in the market and we scalp. So it's easier for us to catch these trades. Yeah, man, there's a sell right here that I missed. But like I was saying, I'm holding off on entering these trades right now until 7. But if we took this trade right here, fuck, it hit full TP too. Totally missed that trade right there, guys. Unfortunately, it's all good. We'll catch the next one. So like right here, we had the order block above here. So we got that order block right here. We had the sell signal right here. That's an entry for a sell, right? So if we took that sell right there, full TP, this also lines up with Josh's strategy right here as well. So again, right here, we have the sell signal right here. It's crossing and breaking. It's breaking, closing below the 2 pivots. So with that said, another short position right there, full TP. So if you guys took this on your own, congrats, you guys made profit off it. I didn't take it because, like I mentioned, I don't like taking risky trades. I only like taking trades that I know are for sure going to win. That's why we have such a high win rate here, because I'm really careful about the trades that I take. And I'm not going to hop into a trade just to lock in like a maybe win. I want to for sure win. So see anything else over here? All right, cool. So I think that's it for now. We're going to be looking for some trades shortly. It's about 7:08. So we got a couple minutes left for a bit, and then we could hop back onto it. But yeah, other than that, guys, I think, let me check. Yeah, Stanley said that popped up after the signal. Yeah, well, so you know how it popped up after the signal, Stanley? We could have entered late right here when price came back up. So like right here, like you mentioned, it did come up after. So like at that time, there was no order block there, right? But as price continued to move along, see when it popped up. See, price was back in drawdown right there. So it came up right here. So if we caught it right here when price was at bouncing around this area, we could have hopped in right here late, Stanley, around this area right here, because price was back at entry point when it came up. So that's what I'm talking about, this indicator. It's why, like, I need to create an indicator that's going to be, it's not going to repaint, so that it actually shows there when it actually, when it actually comes up. Because if it disappears like that often, it's going to be hard for you to catch the trades because it's just going to keep bouncing around. So that's why I can't really teach you guys the strategy just yet, because I need to create the K2 indicator first before I can actually show you guys how to do everything. So let me just scroll up real quick and see what else did I miss. Craig said, awesome, thanks. So on your multi-time frame analysis, when you take the trade, you're setting up TP for 10-minute. No, Craig, I think you're still confused. I do everything on the 3-minute. So I think you should just not even go for multi-time frame analysis, because I think you're just going to confuse yourself. I only use a 3-minute. So just forget about everything else. I only use a 3-minute. That's it. I use these for confluence. I don't actually look at anything here. Like I'm not marking up my TP stop loss on anything else. I do everything on the 3-minute. I just look for entries. So like if I'm looking for a sell here on the 3-minute, if it looks like a sell on the 10-minute, that's going to give me one confirmation, right? Like, okay, cool. It's probably going to come down, but I'm still doing everything on the 3-minute. So just, avoid that confusion. I feel like a lot of people get confused about that when looking at different confluences, but everything is done on the 3-minute. Nothing is done on the 10-minute. Nothing is done on the 1-minute. Nothing is done on anything else. Everything is done on the 3-minute. So if you guys see something on the 3-minute, I use the other time frames for confluences, for confirmations. I don't necessarily draw anything on here. This is just a chart that's already been set up. And this is a chart that's already been set up on the 1-minute as well. So everything's done on the 3-minute. Don't go in between time frames. And if you're still confused about it, Craig, just stick with the 3-minute. Don't even bother using other confluences. Like you're not going to have better confirmations because you're not looking at anything else, but this will help you from getting confused, because I see a lot of people do things incorrectly because they think that they're supposed to do stuff on different time frames, but in reality, it's just one time frame. Yeah, no problem, Craig. I just don't want you to get confused, because I've seen a lot of people where they start to mix strategies. Like they use the snipe strategy, and these are totally different, right? The snipe strategy, we look for pivot rejections, and then people try to combine Josh's strategy where we look for the way trends moving. And then now with the brand new strategy that I have here, this is like straight momentum. So like they're totally different strategies, and I just want to make sure that you don't mix those up, because a lot of people mix them up and they make small mistakes that end up in losses. So yeah, glad I could help you with that. Let me just scroll up real quick and see what else we have over here. Sharul said, I like the cross-reference between Josh's strategy and the snipe strategy. It gives more confirmation. Yeah, definitely. And that's what I use every time. That's why I win like almost every trade. That's why our win rate here is like crazy. Like if you guys take any trade that I call, it almost always hits, because I make sure 100% that the trade's a good trade before we hop into it. Romanio's asking, does Josh's strategy work on S&P? I personally don't trade S&P, Romanio, and I don't know how it works on there, but I guess we can check it out. Let's see, since we have some time right now. So looking at the S&P right here, I mean, it does look like it worked, but I just don't know what the sweet spot is, right? Because I don't trade S&P. So like, for example, here, it doesn't work as smoothly, but if you took this here, looks like this would have been a full TP right there. If you took this one right here, this would have been a full TP. You would have avoided these trades over here though, because this is a market open at 6:30. So no trades in this area, but if you traded during London session, it looks like, yeah, depending on what your TP stop loss is, if you're doing 25.50 here, looks like they work still. I just don't know what the sweet spot is because I don't personally trade it. So if you want to ask other people in the group, it looks like it works. I mean, like right here, full TP, full TP, full TP. This is at 1 a.m. So if you're doing the whole 25.50 split here, it looks like it still does work. But, this is something that you would have to test on your own to see how accurate it is long-term, because I haven't tested it myself. So I can't really give you the okay to use it. But if you want to try it, I mean, it looks like it works. So these are all wins right here from London session. And then obviously right here, we wouldn't have taken any trades here. And then if we go over here, this would be like Sunday. So if you traded on Sunday, it looks like it works perfectly fine right there, right? But this is Friday actually. So if you traded Friday or Sunday, it still looks like it works perfectly fine. So I don't know, if you want to go test it, you can, Romano, but it does look like it works. It's just, see, if you get caught in stuff like this, like I don't know what to really tell you, because I don't really trade this off S&P. So I don't know how it necessarily works, but it does look like it works for the most part. Obviously, if you have some losses here, it's fine because you have more wins here, right? So if you have like 1, 2, 3 win and then 1 loss, that's fine because you already covered that loss with the rest of your trades. But it looks like it does work for the most part right there. Yeah, so this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 wins right there, and then 1 loss. That's fine. I would take that. It's worth the risk. So let me go back to US 30 real quick. Just want to make sure that we're not missing any trades. But it doesn't look like it works for S&P. US 30 right here, no signal. All right, so this is fine right here. So what I could kind of see happening right here, guys, if this ends up coming up from here, because it's about to be 7:30, so in about 15 minutes, we'll start looking for trades. If this comes up right here and we get a buy signal, this is perfect, because if we get a sell signal right here, I'm just going to keep popping it down. You guys don't have to be stuck on one direction. Like, you know, obviously right here, we took buys, we hit full TP. We can possibly be looking for some sells now as we get closer to, I'm just going to take these off because market is starting to smoothen out a little bit. So yeah, if we do get a sell here, I would take the sell. If we get a buy with the order block, then yeah, I'll take the buy, but just we'll have to wait and see what the market gives us. So let me just scroll down a little further. Essence said, I'm a truck driver and work just about all the time. Is it a good idea to start FTMO? I mean, it's really up to you, Essence. If you feel like you're ready for it, you know, there's really no good or bad time to start FTMO. If you feel comfortable with your trading and you're consistent and you think you could pass, then yeah, do it. If you're not comfortable with it yet, then, you know, just keep practicing and keep working on it until you're ready. There isn't really a good, you know, there isn't really a good good or bad time to necessarily to do FTMO. It's just whenever you're ready. Mark said, for Josh's 3-minute scalp, does the entire candle body have to cross and break? Yeah, that's correct, Mark. So like looking at Josh's strategy right here, like looking at this right here, this candle has to actually cross and break, right? This candle crossed and broke above it. And that's why you would take the long right there. If you just get a wick past it, like, let me see if I could find one over here. Sometimes you just get a wick off it. Let me see if we can get a wick, or if I can find an example for you over here, Mark. I guess like using this right here. So like using this for an example right here. Like this is kind of iffy right here too. This red one, it's crossing and breaking past it, but it doesn't look like it's like a clean, like it's not past it completely, right? So with that said, you would have skipped this trade. And if you did take this trade, you would have lost it, right? So that's why you would have skipped it. Or you probably would have won. You just would have to wait a long time for it to come back down. But it's a risky trade. So I wouldn't have taken that. That wouldn't qualify. Also, this one right here, this green one, it isn't actually break and close past it, right? It breaks and close past one, but not off the other one. So if you took this trade right here, this would have been a loss, and obviously wouldn't be a trade because it doesn't fit the requirements, right? So this would have been a loss, but you wouldn't even take this trade because it's not an actual entry. All right, let me check the US 30. Looks like we just got a signal right now. It's pending. Looks like it's possibly a buy signal. Yes, we got a buy signal right here. This is fine if we get this buy because we don't have an order block down here. So this is fine. This is exactly what we're looking for. We want this buy to close right here so that when we get a sell, we can catch it on its way back down right here. So it looks pretty solid for the most part. Let me just scroll up real quick, see what else we got over here. Jeff said, "You still have a buy bias?" Not necessarily, Jeff. I'm waiting to see what the market gives me, right? The only reason I have a buy bias is because market sentiment is there's a majority of retail traders short. But as this gets smaller and smaller, like if it's above 75%, then yeah, I'm for sure gonna have a buy bias. But now that it's getting smaller and smaller, I'm starting to become more neutral. So if the market gives me some sells, I'll enter some sells. But if this gets heavy on one side, that's where my bias becomes pretty solid. But right now, I don't really have a bias for it right now. It's just kind of whatever the market gives me, I'll hop into it as long as it's a good entry. Jeff, so this day looks like it has a lot of indicators getting red, non-K2. Yeah, well, the reason for that's because everyone's like everyone thinks it's going to come down, right, Jeff? Like obviously, like if you're just a normal trader and everyone's looking at the same thing, like all the analysts are thinking it's going to drop because it's at an all-time high. But I don't think that's the case. Like like that's like what most people think, and that's why all retail traders go on the short side. And you know, if you just look at it from a bigger perspective, let me see if I just scroll out from here. Let me go on a higher time frame. So looking at this here, see if you look at US 30, right, if I just take this off. Yeah, so looking at this right here, you know, obviously it was super bullish right here. And then now it's just basically consolidating within these areas right here. Right, like let's see, like that right there. And then again down here. So now it's just in consolidation, right? So a lot of people think that price is going to come down from this point. I guess like a lot of technicals are starting to swing down to the bottom side. But the thing with US 30 is that it doesn't really, I mean, it does follow technicals, but not all the time, right? If like the institutions and banks want to push price up, they'll push price up no matter what. Even if all the technicals say sell, they'll push price up. So that's why I look at sentiment right here, because if there's a lot of people short, then the institutions and banks are going to push price up, right? Because that's how they make money when they stop out these retail traders. So I personally, I mean, just looking at it here, it could go either way. Literally, it could go down or it can go up. And the thing with my scalps is that we're only going for 250 pips, right? So if I go for 250 pips to the upside, that's cool right there, right? I could hit my TP easy. If I go 250 pips for the downside, that's cool right there too, right? It doesn't really matter to me which direction it goes long term. I could still catch those little scalps up or down, and I'm fine. And that's why I would be hopping. I'd be hopping into these trades in either direction. But once it gets down here, this is where it gets a little risky. And when it gets up here, this is where it gets a little risky too, because that's when people start to bet on the market, right? Once it gets to critical price points, like right here at the all-time high, this would be like a critical price point, because when it gets to the all-time high, this is where people start to get risky and they start to push price up or down. Vice versa, when price comes down here, same thing. It reaches a support right here and people will start to gamble whether they want price to bounce off it or they want price to come down even further. So when it's here in the middle, this is completely fine. I actually like it when it's in the middle, because I'm trying to hop in for those quick wins and lock in even more profit as they decide, which direction to take it. So yeah, my bias, it'll change throughout the day, Jeff. It's not necessarily just straight buys. It's right now it's just back and forth because the sentiment isn't like really far on one side. It's 70% short, but this can easily go down to like 68%. And then from that point, it'll just go back to neutral. So going back to US 30 over here, let's see. All right, so this is perfect. We got the sell signal right here. Now, I mean, a buy signal. If we get a sell signal right here, then I'm going to hop into this because we have the order block right here. The sell signal provided for a sell at that point. And then we can catch this for a nice small scalp to the downside. But we'll see how it plays out. We don't have an entry that's available just yet. We need to wait for that sell signal to appear. So let me just get my chart set up over here ready. All right, we got everything set up right here. Let me just, oh man, I don't understand why this happens sometimes. Sometimes my MC4 just resets for whatever reason. Let me just set this up again. Man, if I didn't notice that it reset, I probably would have been screwed because I would have tried to enter a sell for or enter a trade for Euro USD, which is always the default for this for whatever reason. All right, I got this set up right here for me. Now we just got to wait for that entry point. So we're just waiting for that entry. If we get a sell signal, I'll enter the sell. Vice versa, if we get what's called a order block for a buy over here, then we might take it for a buy. So we're just gonna wait for that confirmation. Once we have it, we can enter into it. Looking over here at Josh's 3 minute, we still have a sell bias here technically. I mean, technically it's in a downtrend right now, so we'll see how this plays out. But yeah, we'll just, we'll be patient with it. Once we see the entry, then we'll call it and we'll take it, and then we'll let it play out. So let me look at the daily entry over here as well. So it looks like we're probably going to have a sell bias, or no, maybe like a short-term sell bias, because right here we had a buy signal. The next signal's got to be a sell for the 10-minute over here. So as you guys can see, I'm combining different K2 strategies, right? I'm looking at the daily entry right here. Basically, for the daily entry, we look for the first valid K2 signal after market open for New York Stock Exchange right here. This is the open, right? So at 6:30, it was a green candle. So the next candle has to be a red candle. So we'll see how this plays out, and then we'll see how this confluence lines up with what I'm looking for here. So here as well, on the 10-minute, it looks like price is attempting to swing upwards. Same with Josh's 3-minute over here. So we'll be looking out to see what we can pull out of this, but we're not going to hop in right away. Okay, so we have, okay, there's a trade right here. I'm thinking about entering this late maybe right here. So that order block appeared from the bottom. If it comes back down, I might enter for a late entry. Because this is fine. This gives me enough space for me to make some profit off this like lower area down here. So I'm going to be watching this right here, guys. I might even put I'm going to wait for it to come down to entry. And then at that point, I'll just, I'll enter a buy and I'll just hop in. So this is what I don't like about these order block indicators that are already available, is that they repaint. They're not there right away, and it'll give us like a late entry at this point. Yeah, let's see. I'm only down like maybe like 8 pips. I might hop into this trade just to hop in. I'll hop in for like, it's not going to be a good risk reward because I'm going to be getting in late, but I'm gonna give it a few seconds real quick, see if it comes down maybe to entry over here, and then I might just hop into the trade. Let me just look over these real quick. Man, it's risky right here because it hasn't confirmed here on the 10-minute that it's above the pivots. Right here on the 3-minute, it still hasn't confirmed either. It could reject off this point. And right here, if I go in, I'm going to be coming in for a loss of 100 pips. Not a big loss, but I'm pretty much I'm giving away like half of my profits already. All right. Let's see. I'm just going to wait for this right here. No, we still take the daily, Cadre. There just hasn't been a daily entry. Did you? I just went over that right now, Cadre. I showed you that there is no entry here. We have to wait for that sell signal, but there's no sell signal yet. There's no signal after the open. So we didn't stop taking them. There just hasn't been an entry yet. Gotcha. Okay, so Josh told me that he's looking at a couple stuff over here. Check this real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for this to come down a little bit. Yeah, it's coming back down. This is a little bit of a risky trade, guys. The reason for that is because it's rejecting off here on the 10-minute. So it doesn't give me that confirmation that I want for it to actually push up. Again, right here, price is rejecting off the 3-minute. It's not giving me that confirmation that I want. So I'm not going to take this trade here. I mean, if you guys want to take it, you guys can. But like I mentioned, I don't like losing trades. So I'm only going to take it if I'm 100% sure about it. If my mind changes, I'll let you guys know. But right now, I'm not going to take it. It's not really worth the risk. Let me check market sentiment to see where everyone's trading. I don't think it's really changed much. Still 71%. And I'm so tempted to enter this trade. It looks like such a good trade, but it also looks like a really risky trade as well. Because a lot of things are just not pointing in the same direction that I wanted to. We get about a minute left on this candle. So I'll see how this candle closes. And then from there, it's not even 7:30 yet. It's about to be 7:30. But that's the thing. If it hits 7:30, it might just continue pushing upwards. All right, we got about a minute 30 left on this candle. See that big drop right there? That's why I don't want to take it. Market's not really, yeah, I'm not going to take it yet. I'm going to hold off. And then this is what it is, guys. It's really about discipline. It's about discipline and making sure that everything lines up before you enter a trade. Just because you see an entry there, you shouldn't just enter it right away. You should be looking at other confluences here to make sure. And this is something that you learn over time. It's not something that you learn like, trading for a couple of days. Like I've been trading for 11 years, so I'm able to identify this just by looking at it. But yeah, this is what I would consider a risky trade. So I'm not in it. I might hop in it if I see something better here. So this is going to be an actual sell entry off the 10-minute right here. If you guys want to take it, but it's too risky. Like I was mentioning, it's risky. So I personally wouldn't take it. I'll just mark it up. And if you guys want to take it. So if you guys are familiar with the snipe strategy, if this candle closes below here, then this is going to be a snipe entry. But I will, I'll see how this plays out. Yeah, I'm not entering this. I'll just take this off because I'm not taking this trade. I'm like looking for a sell now because right here, if we get a sell signal next, this is going to provide for a sell entry for Josh's strategy right here. So there goes another confluence for a sell. Let's check this out. 5 seconds. Yeah, so this would be a scalp for the snipe strategy. But as you can see, price is still bouncing back and forth. See how price is still going back and forth right now? It just hit 7:30. So now price is probably going to start to smoothen out a little bit. I might take this for Josh's strategy if it ends up closing. Hey, Josh, are you going to take this trade? Thinking about it. We got 2 minutes left on this candle. We'll see how it plays out. I think I'm going to take it if it closes. Yeah, if this closes right here, we're going to take this for a sell. There we go. We got all the sells lining up now. See, this is what I'm talking about, guys. We have so many confirmations here, right? We got the 10-minute entry here. I'm not going to take the daily entry. If you guys want to take it, you guys can. I'll probably just call it for you guys in the premium if it, if that becomes the case. So if this closes here, we have 9 minutes left on this candle, but these are going to be a head start. So, damn, look at that drop right there, dude. I'm hopping in, Josh. I'm already in the trade. The reason I hopped into the trade is because I see this confluence right here. This gave me the confluence that it's going to drop from this point off the 10-minute using the snipe strategy. This is just, I just got in earlier because at this point it's going to drop from here. So I'm already in this trade, Josh. If you guys want to enter this right here, you guys can take it. I'm in this position, so this will, you know, I'll be watching this right here. Let me just set this up. You know, I'm probably going to trying to think. Yeah, let me see what the price difference is for this right here. 33730 minus 33722. It's only about 10 pips. Okay. So I'm gonna set my TP stop loss right here. I'm just gonna subtract this by 10 pips. Let's see, stop loss can be 33780. TP is gonna be 33680. All right, so I'm gonna profit about 500 bucks right now off this trade. I'm gonna go ahead and set my alerts for this right here. Minute. I'm gonna have so many freaking alerts on this. It's all good. So we'll see how this plays out. I did enter it kind of early, guys, but I just, you know, I pretty much entered when I saw it drop from that point. We'll see if it closes here for Josh's entry. If it closes for Josh's entry, you guys can take this one as well. But we got 7 seconds left on this candle, 5 seconds, 3 seconds. I don't think there's going to be a signal off that yet. Nope. So probably off this one right here. So that looks cool right there. Let's see. This one right here as well. Right, this is perfect. So as you guys can see, this is why I'm so confident about taking a sell here, because there's 3 different entries here off 3 different time frames. There's an entry here off the new strategy. If this closes, this has to close though. If this closes with the signal here, then there's going to be a sell right there, right? So I have a sell for this. I have a sell for Josh's strategy. I have a sell for the 10-minute right here that's currently active. And then I also have a sell right here off the daily entry. So if they're all pointing for sells, you know what's going to happen. Price is probably going to drop from that point. So I'm currently in the position right now. I'm in profit about 8. Let's see, it's bouncing around. I'm in profit like between 500 and 800. It's just bouncing around right now. But I'm confident of it to drop from this point. Nice, nice. So Steven's in this as well for his risky account. Nice work, bro. Yeah, currently in it. There you go. It's on its way to full TP. Let's see. Ooh, I'm in profit 1,000 off that account. I'm in profit. Yeah, I'll make a lot of profit today. So hopefully you guys are profiting with me. You guys got to think on your feet. Like for me, you guys can see I don't really think much when I take these trades. If I see a trade and it's a good trade, I'm in that trade. I don't think twice about it because I'm confident about my trading abilities and I'm confident about my strategies, because that's how you guys have to be. You guys can't second guess your trades, especially if you're trading stuff like this that moves really fast. US 30 is a whole totally different beast compared to like Forex trades and stuff like that. All right, we'll then this run. There's just a lot of confluences here. At the 1 minute, it's a sell confluence. Right here on the new strategy, it's a sell confluence. Josh's strategy, sell confluence. The 10-minute snipe strategy right here, sell confluence. And then again right here for the daily entry. So we'll see what happens from here. So we got 50 seconds left on here. Man, I'm like tempted to double up my position right now. I probably will. Let's see this real quick. If this closes right here, I'll probably stack my position. We'll see. All right, we got 30 seconds left on this candle over here. We got 20 seconds left. We got 15 seconds left. We got 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, fuck me. Dude, I just stacked it. All right, whatever. I'm already in this trade for another one. Here, I'm just going to reset my things here. I entered it a little too early, but it's all good, whatever. It's all good. Yeah, so I'm still currently in this position right here. Just have to wait and see how it plays out. So this one right here is going to be the daily entry. Still got 3 minutes left on this candle. So they're going to close around the same time. This is the main one that I'm in. I actually stacked this, so I have 2 positions open for this one right here. We'll see. Using the same TP. I was waiting for this one. I was hoping this one was going to close, but I hate when that happens. That's why I was saying, like, sometimes price moves too fast and you can't like hop into it right away. But I mean, whatever. It's going to keep dropping here anyways. All right, let it do what it's supposed to do. And then we will, I'll call this one for you guys as well. So I'll call this for you guys in the premium. This will be the daily entry if it becomes the case. We got about 2 minutes left on this candle. Shit, I'm in profit a lot right now. I'm in profit 2,000 now with those 2 trades. All right, perfect. Man, there's a lot of stuff going on. Here, I'll call this for you guys. If it ends up closing, let's delete this. All right, minute 46 off that. And it's trying to push, like it's trying so hard to push down, but it's not. It's starting to lose its steam a little bit right here. All right, we got about a minute 30. I'm going to keep following it and I'll see if this daily entry candle doesn't close with this red signal right here. I'm probably going to pull out of both my positions and profit. And then I'll hop in for another entry as I see them. But this would be the best confirmation here. If we get this right here for the 10-minute, it's going to line up with everything here. So momentum's probably going to keep pushing down if that's the case. All right, we got about a minute left on this right here. All right, 40 seconds left. 30 seconds left. TV is still kind of far. All right, we got 20 seconds left. We got 15 seconds left. All right. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go. Oh my God, are you serious, dude? I freaking hate when that happens. Fucking hell, dude. All right, let me just I'm gonna let it breathe a little bit. Man, this shit always freaking happens, dude. The last second it decides to like not close. So there's no entry there off the daily. We just got to wait for it now. When it comes back down, I'm probably just going to close out of mine and I'll just look for another entry. I just hate holding on to trades when they're so back and forth, especially because I hopped into this kind of early. So that was my bad hopping into this early. But I'm going to keep following it. And then I'm just going to re-enter when it closed. That would have been perfect, man. If that closed with the sell signal there, that would have been like icing on the cake, bro. Like this would have just dropped fucking through the floor. But yeah, it didn't. I pulled out of both of my positions here. I'll show you how much I made off those trades. I made about 1,200 off those right there. I could have held on to it, but I just don't feel like I told you guys, if you don't feel comfortable about a trade that you're taking, just hop out and then hop in later. There's going to be other opportunities. If you don't feel comfortable about a trade, you're better off just pulling out and just re-entering at a later time. So like, let me just show you guys my profits. I show you guys that I'm 100% transparent with you guys. Like I actually take these trades. I'm not just telling you guys to take trades right here. That's the one that I just took. I made 1,045 off that one. And then the other sell, you can see there's two sells right here, right? So I took another one where I stacked it. I made about 145. So if you guys want to hang on to that trade, you guys can. But like I mentioned, I'm out of the trade already in profit. I'm probably going to hop right back in later. So let's see for the day. So right here on the 12th, or I'll just show you a screenshot of my thing. I don't have to go and add this up for you guys. Let me just, I'll take a screenshot of my stuff right here. And just looking at my profits for this morning, guys, I'm just like, I'm shocked myself. Like I've been trading for a long time, but I'm still shocked that I made this much this morning, trading with you guys. I mean, it's not like I haven't done this before, but it's just, Mondays are usually kind of slow. So, I mean, we just been on point. This new strategy is really what it is, guys. This new strategy is what's really been, pushing my confidence up because we win every single trade. So let me just send you guys an update in the chat over here real quick. Put that there, put that there. So I'll show you both of my accounts. What should I caption this, guys? Locked in. Profit off session just now. All right. This is probably going to come down. Like I think it's going to come down. It's just I don't feel comfortable with the position. So I'd rather just enter it later. So let me just forward this over to you guys here. So I did take those two trades right there that I just, all right, there we go. Yeah, so I'm in this trade right here, guys, and it's still dropping right there. It's still pushing down even further. It's just, like I mentioned, I don't feel comfortable with it, and I'm happy with my profits. I can't complain about making 6,000 this morning with you guys, right? This is all from this morning. So 6,571 off that account, and then the other account, 3,430. And you guys saw me take all these trades live, so I'm completely transparent with you guys. No bullshit here. Literally, I show you guys what I'm looking for. I enter the trades, I take the trades, and then I show you my profits right after. So yeah, nice work, guys. So I'm chilling off this right now. When I see another entry, I'll take another one. But for this specific point in time, I'm just going to hold off a little bit. Yeah, those are my profits for the day, guys. So let's see, how much am I up this morning? Monday morning. Let's see, 6571.35 plus 3430.67. Yeah, I'm up 10,000 this morning. Shit, this is crazy. But yeah, guys, congrats to whoever's taking these trades with me. I think majority of you guys are. So if you guys have profits you guys want to share with me, just put them in the chat, and then we'll post them up to the K2 groups later today. So yeah, pretty solid. I think it's going to keep coming down, but like I mentioned, I just didn't feel comfortable with it. So that's why I took it off, but it's all good. If you guys still have it, it's still dropping. I'm waiting for another entry here. So if we get one right here for Josh's, then yeah, I'm gonna hop right back in. I'm literally gonna hop right back in with you guys. Because because we do have a possible entry right here too for the new entry for the new strategy too. So we'll see. The daily entry over here, no signal yet. We just like if we had that confirmation there, I would have been sold, guys. I probably would have stacked on another position, but it's all good. Sometimes this happens where the market's just iffy, and we just gotta wait for it to give us that opportunity to hop in. Nice. Nick said took it with you, made 45 bucks. Nice. Steven said I had to close them, made $6. Not bad. Forex Trader said I closed it now, 300 profit, 1400 profit for the day. I'm good. Definitely. So congrats to everybody here who's hopped into that trade with me. Thanks for believing in me. Oh man. Yeah, no, definitely. We definitely are locking in some pretty nice profits right here. All right, cool. So yeah, we're doing pretty good, guys. I mean, everyone in K2 is like, there's no reason for anyone in K2 not to be making profit this morning. Like literally we have no losses this entire morning. Jalan over here locked in 3,707. Nice work, bro. You killing it, dude. Everybody's killing it. Yeah, everyone's doing pretty good, man. Like if we look at our saved messages here, you guys can see the timestamp for today right here. Everyone's doing really good today this morning. And it's only, what time is it? It's only 7:47, guys. Like, and we do this every single day. Like, this is why I like coming on these live sessions with you guys, because I can't fuck up, right? If I call bad trades, you guys are gonna call me out on it. So that's why I never call bad trades. All the trades I call are like for sure, because you know, I already know I'm gonna get shit from you guys if I call bad trades. So if you guys have been following me for the past year or so, I trade live every morning. That's why all my trades have been on point. I only call trades that I know we're gonna hit. And I don't take dumb trades. Like I just don't take dumb trades. There's just too much pressure on me to call dumb trades. Because I already know we have trolls we have a bunch of trolls in here. I already know we have a bunch of trolls here on this YouTube. They're just waiting for me to make a mistake and they're going to call me out on it. So joke's on them because we haven't been making mistakes for the past year. So whatever, it's all good. Other than that, we're just going to be waiting. I don't have any entries available yet for you guys. If we see something, I'll take it. But until then, we're just going to wait and see if anything else here is ready. Nick said, I mean, I believe the strategy, but you're pretty cool too. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, you know, I'm here to hang out with you guys, right? I'm here to hang out with you guys, make money with you guys. Like literally, there's no scarcity in trading, guys, especially for scalping. We enter these trades right away. Like we're in these trades for a few seconds, few minutes, and we're in and out. Like there's really no competition here. We're just, you know, we're all here on the same goal to be profitable, right? And that's why I go on these live sessions with you guys every morning. Because when I profit, you guys profit, and we all win. We're all happy. But other than that, let me see if there's anything else here real quick that we're missing over here. Let's see this. All right, we good. Other than that, all right, we got a 1 minute signal over here. Hopefully this closes, or no, it closed below it, so it's fine. It's not going to be valid for that right there. Let's see, Nick said I could have had 200 profit in my gut. My gut felt like it was the bottom, and so I guess I should probably listen to my gut more. Yeah, no, definitely. So like, you know, trading intuition is real, Nick. If you don't feel comfortable about a trade, don't take it. If you feel comfortable about a trade and you like feel really confident, then take it. Sometimes you just got to make the move, right? That's really what it is. That's why for me, when I see a trade, I hop into it right away. I don't really think about it too much, because if you think about it too much, you start to second guess yourself. Let's see, John said, yeah, no, I'll let you guys have your side conversation right there. Forex Trader said crazy drop on NASDAQ 100. Let me check that real quick. Let's see, Forex Trader said NASDAQ 100, big drop. Oh yeah. Looks like there was a big drop right there. How many pips was that? was like nearly 1,000 pips, dude. From 6x from market open until now, dropped about 1,000 pips for a NASDAQ 100. I don't trade NASDAQ, but I know a lot of you guys here do. Well, some of you guys do. Some of you guys trade NQ. Some of you guys trade the actual indice. But yeah, this strategy works fine on here too, I think. Well, I know the snipe strategy does. I don't know about Josh's, but I think it's pretty solid overall. So looking at US 30 right here, it's coming right back down. Man, it's actually another entry right here. I'm thinking about maybe entering it again right here. So I might hop back into this, guys. I'll see. Let me see this real quick. If we get a sell signal here, even better. And also here as well. So if we get a sell signal on the 3-minute, then yeah, I'm gonna hop right back in with you guys. But there's gonna be another sell entry right here off the 10-minute using the snipe strategy as well. So that's what I'm gonna be waiting for. All right, we got 8 minutes left on this candle. So we got a lot of time. Okay. Man, I made so much profit today. I could like pretty much just take a break for the rest of the week if I wanted to, but you know that's not gonna happen. I never take a break for that long. Actually, I never take a break. It doesn't matter. even if I wanted to take a break, I wouldn't take a break. There's too many profits to make here. So we're waiting for this to come down, guys. There's no entry here off the 3-minute yet, so I'm waiting for that. Waiting for the entry here as well. Nothing right there. See how this closes. There's 7 minutes left on this candle, so it's got a long time to go. But we'll see how this plays out. So other than that, let me see if there's any other questions here. If you guys have any questions, I could probably answer your questions now while we wait. Otherwise, we're probably going to be waiting for some more scalps. Peter said today Shawn is paying lunch for everyone that's on live, right? Easy money here with these scalps. Yeah, okay, I think that's it for the questions right here. It's going to be all right, Peter wants me to take a look at gold. I'll take a look real quick because I don't want to keep staring at US 30. The more and more I stare at US 30, the more and more it makes me want to take some trades off it. And, you know, I'm not trying to force any trades. Damn, this was a Euro USDHF that I went over with you guys earlier. If you guys remember when you first got on the live session, I was talking about entering this late, but it looks like we already missed the move. It's dumped down, so it's all right. Catch the next one, maybe for JPY, but we'll see. So here's gold for Peter real quick. Yeah, come on, we're not gonna miss a scalp. Let me just take everything off the chart right here. I'm gonna keep going back in between it. So I'll keep bouncing back between US 30 and gold real quick, but so we got 30 seconds left on this candle. There's probably not going to be a signal there. So looking at gold here, I'll show you guys how I analyze everything from scratch. So basically I zoom out. Here's a naked chart. First thing I'm going to do is draw market structure. So I'll turn on the K2SR indicator right here. I'll identify market structure right here. Right there. Right here. This whole lower area right here. This right there. And lastly, right here. So once we have that drawn up, turn that off, zoom in a little bit. I'll identify this as current market structure. So if you guys were sitting in on the live session yesterday, I already went over this. Basically, this is the overall market structure. You can see price consolidated, bearish consolidation, and now it's back up here into consolidation, right? So we're looking at this here. I'm going to turn on the momentum indicator. I think the most recent momentum indicator was a sell, which it still is right there. So we have a sell bias right here, right? So we got a sell bias right here for gold. I'm gonna turn that off right here. So with that sell bias, what I anticipate to happen is price will probably come down and test this structure right here. However, if you turn on the K2SRs, there's a lot of zones right here, right? So I personally wouldn't trade within this area. I would wait for price to break and close below here. Once that happens, we can enter a short position right there and then ride this down to full TP, right? It's the same thing that happened previously. So if you look over here, when price broke and closed below here, if you took that sell, full TP, right? Again, right here, price broke and closed below the structure right here. If you took that sell right there, full TP. So for right here, I'm looking for the same thing. I'm waiting for price to break and close below here so that I can take that sell. So with that said, that'll be good. And then that would be our entry for there. one more thing that you can do to identify, what the bias is, we can look at the dollar index. So we can pull up the DXY over here, and gold moves opposite of the dollar. So here's the thing. If the dollar is weak, which it is right here, right, you can see it continues to push down further and further. With that said, gold might actually go up, because if you guys are familiar with how how like any pair works, when price is going down, that means that the second currency is stronger than the first currency. Vice versa, when price is going up, that means that the first currency is stronger than the second currency. Right here, the dollar is weak, right? It's trying to push up, but it's still weak overall. So if this continues to drop further and further, then you can expect gold to take a swing to the upside. So there's like different scenarios that can play out here. But I mean, currently right now we have a sell bias. However, if price ends up rejecting towards the upside right here, if price ends up swinging above here and closes, then yeah, we can take a buy from that point, right? And momentum is probably going to swing the opposite direction as well. So right there, we take a buy. So there's two different scenarios that can play out here, but I think currently right now we still have a sell bias up until the dollar confirms its, its strength. If it ends up swinging up from here, like say if this ends up swinging up instead of going down, then from that point, yeah, we would take this for a sell because the dollar will be stronger than the gold. But until then, we want to wait for that confirmation, either for price to break below here or for price to break above here. That's where we know that confirmation, whether we should take a trade or not. So anyways, back to US 30 over here. I don't really see anything available yet, but that's pretty much my analysis for gold, Peter. All right, going back to US 30 over here, let's see if there's anything for us to really look at. There's nothing available yet. Let me just see if there's anything else right here. Yeah, no sell signal at all. This one didn't even close, so there's no sell entry off that. So I'll just delete this because we're out of this trade already. See, this is why you got to be smart about entering and exiting trades. If we were still in this trade, we would have lost all that profit. Good thing I exited down here and I locked in, 1,400 right there, because that could have been 1,400 loss if I didn't decide to close out early. So we'll keep following it. We'll see if there's anything else that provides for an entry. Even right here, see, there's no sell signal. That sell signal is important, guys. If this closed with the sell signal, then it would have dropped. However, it didn't close, right? So now it's retracing back up. So you guys have to be smart about the positions, and you guys have to follow through with how the market's moving, because the market's going to give you hints, and it's your job to decipher those hints and understand whether it's a good entry or not. All right, so that's it for right now. Let me see if there's anything else. Nice, Cam close to breaking even. Nice, bro. Yeah, let me check the other homie's account. So let's see. There's another dude I just told you I was doing his account for him. He's my profits look kind of funny, because if you guys look at my profits here, everything I was locking in was in the thousands, and then our last trade right here was 145. So it's way, way different. Let me see what Josh did. Let me go to Josh's real quick. Nice. Let me see what he said. All right, cool. Dang, well, Josh, well, I'll show you guys later. Josh has a new strategy that he figured out on the 1 minute. So I'll show you guys how that works. Well, no, me and Josh have to get on the meeting for that. I'm not going to show you guys yet. I don't want to get you guys too excited, but Josh is super excited. You guys can see his messages over here. He has huge OMGs all over the place. Yeah, so I'm not going to show you guys what the strategy is, but I'll show you that Josh sent me his charts right here, full TPs all day, right? So Josh has created a new strategy. So get ready, guys. We got more profits coming with that right there. So Josh is working on this new strategy on the 1 minute. This is perfect, guys, because if that becomes the case, we have a strategy for the 10 minute, 3 minute, and 1 minute. And if that's the case, then we got unlimited profits all day off US 30. So let's see, it's about 8 o'clock right now. Let's see, market's going to start to slow down a bit. Like I mentioned, once it reaches 10 o'clock, like around this area, this is probably where price is going to start moving kind of weird. And that's just how the market moves, right? So I'll show you guys what I mean by that. So if I go, let me go to a clean chart actually. All right, so looking at this, or let me just go to a brand new clean chart. So if you guys are familiar with how, well, I mean, you guys are probably not as familiar as me, but if you guys are familiar with how US 30 works, generally like 10 a.m. or not 10 a.m., 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. is when the market starts to move a little weird, right? So if we move this off over here, you guys can see if I just mark up stuff on the chart, let's see. We're gonna skip Friday because Fridays, it's just normally a weird day. But like, see, I think this is 10 a.m. over here or 10 p.m. So this is 10 p.m. right over here. I'm trying to think, I think it's 22. Yeah, 22. So as you can see right here, if you're looking at price right here, price is bullish, right? Price is bullish up until 10 p.m. Once it gets to 10 p.m., price starts to go the opposite way, right? And it does that exactly. It happens every time. That's why we stop trading at 10 p.m. because that's when the market starts to move kind of weird. That's 10 p.m. Let's go over to 10 a.m. and I'll show you how it moved at 10 a.m. over here as well. So 10 a.m. Right there. All right, so if you're looking at this right here, this is bullish, right? It's like consolidating, but it's still bullish, right? It's still going upwards. So right here, it's going upwards. It's 10 a.m. and it starts to go opposite way, right? Like right there, up until like Asia session. So this is 10 a.m. up until market close. And then from that time, right there, it goes down. So that's why we only trade until like 10 a.m. in the morning, because once it reaches 10 a.m., market starts to act funky. Again, right here, 10 a.m. So if you're watching this, you know, it's the same thing every day. I only know this because I trade US 30 every day. So I know exactly how it moves. Like right here, price goes up. 10 a.m. right here. What happens from that point? It goes down. And I know that there's, you know, we can probably create a strategy about this to have it, you know, go in that direction. But it's too risky. Like there's really no point because you don't know how long it's going to drop for, right? Because it drops from here. Let's see, from this point, it drops about, you know, about 1,000 pips, which, yeah, you can make a strategy of it, but I don't like taking risky trades. Like I like taking trades when I know they're going to hit, like I mentioned before. And that's why I stick to like what I know, right? So like, again, right here, 10 p.m. So he goes down from this point. And then 10 p.m. what happens from that point? Opposite, it goes up. See? So that's why, because a lot of people always ask me, like, why do I stop trading at 10 p.m. and 10 a.m.? Because price starts to reverse. And that's why we try to get in as many trades as possible from now until 10, because at that point, it starts to move kind of funky. So like around 9:30, that's probably when I start to slow down a bit, because I don't want to get it stuck in a trade. Like, for example, here, I don't want to be caught in a trade because right here, it's going down, right? It's going down. And then once it reaches 10 p.m., it's probably going to skyrocket, right? 10 p.m. right here. And we're almost there. It's like in 2 hours. So it's going to come down. And then possibly by like 10, it's just going to go all the way back up. So yeah, we're going to try to lock in some more profits within the next hour or so. If we don't find anything and price just consolidates sideways, then we might just have to call it a session. But we made a lot of profits. So I'm pretty sure nobody here is really complaining about that, right? So everyone's profits today are amazing. My profits are really nice too. I think some of you guys locked in more than me. Let's see. So I locked in a total of 6,005, or a total of 10,000, but for that one account, like 6,000. So let me see if anyone here locked in more than me. Sometimes you guys do lock in like way more than me. Jalon here is like, he's really close at 3,000 right there. Yeah, Jalon's at 3,700. So he's getting close to my profits for the day. Let's see what else people lock in. Mercedes locked in 2,000. So all you guys are doing pretty good. Doesn't matter if you have a big account or small account. Camo over here locked in 226. So you guys can see they're all blue screens, right? Everyone has all these straight wins here. I mean, obviously, if you take your own trades, like Jalon had like one trade here for a loss. That's cool because he made it back right here. But if he didn't, so like if Jalon didn't suffer that loss right there, that big loss, he would have been up like over 4,000 for the day. So that's why you guys got to be a little smart about the trades you decide to take. Because you guys can be throwing away money if you decide to just take every single trade. But I mean, it's fine. You know, as long as you're in profit for the day, that's all that really matters. Trello over here too is up pretty heavy. All right, we got a signal over here finally. Oh yeah, there we go. 40 seconds left on this. I'm gonna hop into this right now. All right, this lines up with Josh's and it lines up with the new strategy as well. So I'm gonna wait for this right here. If this closes, I'm gonna be in that 30 seconds. All right, 25 seconds. 20 seconds. Let's see what happens here. I don't like when it has a big move like that. When it's a big volatility push, because it usually ends up it tends to trace back a little bit, but we'll see. We got 10 seconds, 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1. I mean, I'm in the trade. All right, guys, I'm in this trade right now. If you guys want to hop in, you guys can. If not, that's cool too. There's the parameters right there. I think it's only off at like 10 pips, so it's not a big deal. Let's get that going right there. 337. Let me check the price again. I don't want to screw around and then it ends up being different. 33728 minus 33714. Oh, it's off by a little bit more now. Okay, let me do it again. So 33523, 33713. Oh, my bad. I'm tripping right now, guys. 33721 minus 33712. It's only 10 pips. Okay. So it's not a big deal. I'm just going to change. I'm going to subtract this by 10 pips. So stop loss is 33762. TP is going to be 33687. All right. I'm just going to let that do what it's supposed to do. I'm going to copy this over real quick. There. Got that set up right there. All right, I'm in profit about $500 right now. Let that play out. Good. All right, now we just leave it alone and let it do what it's supposed to do. All right, let me see this daily entry over here. See, a lot of these line up right here. There's an entry here off the 10-minute as well. Yeah, so if you guys are still in this trade from earlier, it's still running. Which one was it? I can't remember. I think it was this one right here. Yeah. So if you guys are still in this trade from earlier, the one that we were looking at, it's still currently running at this time. So I'll just leave it marked up because we're back in this trade anyways. So that's running right there. So there's 3 different entries here that are available. It's Josh's entry right here. That's Josh's entry. This is the new strategy right here. So there's 3 cells that are available that are all lined up together. The new strategy, Josh's strategy, and then the sniper scalp right here as well, the K² snipe scalp. They're all running consecutively. Yeah, definitely, Charlotte. So Charlotte said, this, in my opinion, is a good trade because it respects the 10-minute strategy as well. I agree. So it's, we have 3 entries that are running consecutively, the 10-minute, the 3-minute Josh's strategy, and the 3-minute OB strategy for K². So they all look pretty good for the most part. And we'll see. I got my alert set up, so we're good. And then we'll see what happens from there. Definitely, Yash. Yeah, Yash. Once again, thanks for another awesome week, Shawn. Definitely. We're just getting started, Yash. It's only Monday. So we'll see how this plays out. Let me see where Josh sent me some stuff over here. Yeah, while we're looking at this here, Josh is working on a new strategy right now, this 1-minute strategy. Dude, he's hitting full TPs both ways easily. So we got something in store for you guys. It's coming. It's coming. So if you guys are in K2, we got a lot of profits coming this year. I'm in profit about 1,000 right now off my account. Just gonna let it play out. Right. Let's see that. That's looking good. Josh is looking good. Mine's looking good right there. 10 minutes looking good. Snipe right there. Also, this one is playing too. So everything looks good for the most part. All right, let's let this play out, see how this goes. Oh, we got another one here on the 10 minutes. So the daily entry as well. Yes. Yeah, if this closes right here, this is going to be huge move down. If this ends up closing with that signal, we got 8 minutes left on here. We got these still trying to push through down here. Let's see. All right, cool. I mean, it's hitting some resistance off that's, I mean, yeah, there's some resistance off that support right there. We just need it to break right through. If it breaks right through, it's going to spike down right there. There's a huge area of liquidity right here, actually. So you can see all these wicks right here. Price, like I think when price reaches down this area, it's just going to spike down super heavy. There we go. See that? See how it's moving a lot quicker now? Because it has a huge area of liquidity right there. All right, let's let this go. There we go. All right, so wait for this to play out over here. We don't have a daily entry yet, Byron. The daily entry hasn't closed yet. So once it closes, we'll have it, but we don't have one just yet. It hasn't, this needs to close as a sell signal. So like when this closes, we'll have it there, but there's no, it hasn't closed yet. So it's still pending. This is a snipe strategy right here. It's moving down. I'm in profit. I'm in profit pretty nice right now. Nice, nice. All right, this looks good for the most part. Just gotta let it do what it's supposed to do. Let's see, Josh is doing some stuff on his side over here. Let's see. Yeah, Josh, he meant to do it over there. Let me check this real quick. All right, it's probably gonna take some time, guys. We're just gonna have to wait for it to push, but it is 8:13. So let me just check this real quick. Let me move this over here. All right. Yeah, you know, let me check the market sentiment right now. See how everyone's trading. It's still 71. 72 actually. A lot of people are hopping into the short. So I don't like this when more people hop into the short, because that's what usually causes price to go the other way. So you just got to be patient with it. It's probably going to push down far enough to hit our TPs. Not for this one necessarily, but for these over here. These will probably hit, and then at that point, it'll probably bounce around. I just don't like when it gets closer to 9. Like the closer and closer we get to 10 o'clock, that's when the market starts to shift, right? Like I showed you earlier over here. Once we get close to like even 9, like around 9, that's when price starts to shift. Like looking at this over here, let me just show you guys again what I was looking at. So like 10 o'clock is right here. You can see like before 10 o'clock, it started to shift already. Like it was coming down here from market open 6, and then slowly around 9, it starts to shift already. So that's why this might be my last entry for some scalps, but we'll see. We'll just see how it plays out. And then from there, we will we'll see if there's anything else that we can take. I don't think the daily entry is going to close over here. It looks like it might close invalid. So if that becomes the case, it's going to be too risky for us to hop into that. But we still do have these scalps right here running. I only have one running. I don't have all of them running, guys. Just keep that in mind. I just have this one over here running, but it's the same thing as Josh's. So this one right here lines up with Josh's. It's pretty much the same thing. But yeah, there is 3 different entries that are available using 3 different K2 strategies. Josh's 3-minute here, the new OB strategy we're working on, and then also the snipe strategy right here. So we'll see how this plays out, and then see if we might wrap up the session a little early today. I mean, it's still too early. It's only 8 o'clock. I keep thinking it's late. It feels like it's late because we've made so much profit this morning already, but it's really only 8 o'clock. It seems like it's like 9, 10 already. Well, for me. All right, let's see. All right, let me just get this text message out real quick. See how the market's moving now? It's starting to spike around, which is fine. I'm not too worried about it. But this is what I mean about the market starts to move kind of funky once it gets closer to 10. So 10 is right here. I mean, we're not that close to 10, but the market is starting to move a little funky right here. So let's see, possible rejection off this point. And that big spike up right there. Possible rejection off the pivot right there, and then possible drop back down. But we'll see how it plays out. Let me just check the news real quick, see if there's anything here really pushing price. Let's see, U.S. hits daily vaccination record as case counts return to summer peaks. This might be affecting the market. All right, so there was some, oh, this is FOREX, so this would be good for us. It says that slips record high, Boeing leads losses. So Boeing right now is what's pushing price down, it looks like. Companies that can pass on price increase thrive. Supercharge operations at fuel. I'm just trying to see here if there's anything that's really affecting the market, but I don't really see anything here that, yeah, not necessarily. I mean, aside from this COVID news over here, I don't know what else would be pushing price around for these over here. So let's see, COVID, 4.6 doses administered on Saturday. That's a lot of doses. 3.6 million on Sunday. Yeah, so this is kind of it's kind of iffy because the thing is with the coronavirus news here, it's kind of contradicting. Like right here, it's like good news with the vaccinations, but then also it says at the same time, countries reporting 70,000 new coronavirus cases per day. Yeah, so this might be something that's affecting the market right now. There's a couple other things as well. This over here, it says that the Dow 30 is dropping, which I mean it is. That's why we're in that sell. But we're going to have to just wait and see how this ends up playing out. Let's check the sentiment. Yeah, US 30 looks like it's in limbo right now. It's just going to keep bouncing around this area, which is fine. I mean, if this trade loses, it's fine because we have a lot of wins from today. But obviously, I want this to win so that we can close out with the winner. But it's all good. I'm still expecting it to drop though. Looks like a rejection off this pivot here. And then sudden drop. So we just need to wait to see how this closes. We have about a minute left on this candle right here. If this closes with a big wick, then I could see a strong rejection off that point and a possible drop from here. Same situation over here on this. So same thing here. It's still in the order block area right here. So if we have a nice rejection off this point, kind of like what happened here, see how we had this, so let me just delete this. So you can see that whenever there's a nice rejection off the order block area right here, it usually gets followed by a big drop. So rejection off the order block, slump down this way. Same situation over here, rejection off the order block, slump down right there, rejection off the order block right here. So we just need another rejection off the order block. If this candle right here closes with a big wick, then we could probably see this come straight back down. So I'm not too worried about it. We got 18 seconds left on this candle. We'll see how it plays out. Yeah, we'll see. This might be hinting that the market's starting to act a little funky as it gets closer to 10. And this is usually a signal to stop trading for the day, because that's when it becomes risky, and then a lot can happen from there. So no entry here off the daily. We didn't get that sell signal, so I'm gonna delete this off that. Here we are back on the 10-minute. Same situation right here. It's just a lot of, it's not directional at all, right? You can see that price is just going sideways. This is when we don't like to trade, because it makes it difficult to really determine, which direction to trade in, because it just goes sideways. Like it's going sideways right here. This is a good time to trade when it's, moving directional up, vice versa when it's directional down. When it's just going sideways, like this right here, this is where we don't want to trade, because there's no direction that's been set. So we're just going to wait for it. I mean, we still have the position running. My positions are still active. I still think it's going to come back down. It's just a matter of time. It's 8:21. As we get closer to 9, the market's going to start to slow down a bit. And then at around 10, it's going to start to pick up, and it'll start to choose a direction for market close. Oh, Jeff said there's riots in Minnesota. I didn't know about that. Let me check. Let's look that up real quick. Minnesota. Oh, that could be it. Yeah, I didn't know there was riots going on over there, Jeff. Sorry now. Dante Wright, death in Minnesota, traffic stop sparks unrest. Yeah, I mean, this could be affected. There's a lot of stuff in the news that could be affecting the market. I didn't even know this happened. I didn't follow the news this morning. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that can affect the market, honestly. It could be COVID. It could be, current events that are happening in the US. There could be something else going on internationally. There's a lot of things that can affect the market. But looking at all of the indices right here, they're all bearish. The Dow Jones is bearish. S&P is bearish. NASDAQ's bearish. Russell 2K is bearish as well. So, and it looks like it's coming back down. I'm just looking at my chart right now. It looks like it's slowly making its way back down. So we just got to give it some time, let it breathe and play out. But it's fine, because I already know my risk on this trade. So even if I was to lose this trade, I'm still heavy in profit. I think I'm in profit right now, currently over 10K for the day with these wins over here. So I'm not really complaining. Like if I take one loss, it's just going to knock off one of my wins here anyways. It's not really going to make a big deal in my account. So we'll let it play, and we'll see how it plays out. But it looks like it's coming back down. So you can see right here, it's starting to come back down. And then once that happens, we can see what our next move is going to be. Hopefully we can hop into one more. I was hoping to hop into at least 1 or 2 more trades before we call it a day, but the market now is just flat. It's not really moving. You can see right here, the candles are getting smaller and smaller, right? So like, for example, over here, this candle moved like 400 pips. Right here, this candle moved like 600 pips. So as you can see, as we get closer to 10, the candle body starts to get smaller and smaller, because volatility starts to die down as people go to lunch. And then that's when the market starts to swing past 10 my time, which is, I think, what is that? That's like 1 p.m. Eastern. All right, so we're just going to keep watching this, see how it plays out. There's not really much for us to look at right now. Unless you guys have any other questions, I can take a look. But I don't really see anything else for us to really take a look at this point. Let me just scroll up real quick, see what else I missed over here. Sanjeev said, hi, Shawn, my broker, multi-bank, charges $4.50 margin for a single lot. $1 is 1 pip change. Leverage is 20 to 1, so it's only $1 profit at the moment of 1 point day from 30,000 to 30,000. Which broker is best in terms for margin and leverage? I mean, it really depends on you, Sanji. If you like, your leverage shouldn't really matter to you. Well, how much are you trading? Because yeah, I'm trying to think. Because if your margin is that high, you're probably trading the actual future. You're not trading the indice. So I mean, each broker is different. It just depends on which one you want to use. But margin and leverage shouldn't really matter much, because the thing is, if you don't have enough money to trade US 30, you just don't have enough money, right? You have to use a different broker. But leverage and margin shouldn't be an issue for you, because leverage just allows you to blow your account quicker. Like, having higher leverage doesn't necessarily mean a good thing, especially if you're not like consistent yet. If you're consistent, then yeah, it's a different story. But if you're not consistent yet, then margin, like, the reason why they have you trading less is because you're just not ready for it. But I mean, depending on what you want to use, do you let me see if you have any specifics here, because I've never heard of that broker before. Your broker, multi-bank, I've never heard of that broker before. Here, let me see if I can find it up. I'll look it up. Multi-broker. But most people use, okay, multi-broker trading platform. Yeah, I just Googled multi-broker. I don't see anything here, Sanji, for that. So I've never even heard of that before, multi-broker. But a lot of people in K2, if you have a smaller account, they use Hugo's Way, which you need like 1,000 minimum deposit to trade US 30, to trade it comfortably. And then if you have a smaller account, you can trade on like CoinEx. That's another broker that people use. I've never used it myself, so I can't recommend it, but that's what people use in K2. I use FTMO for my personal, my bigger account, and then I use Hugo's Way for my personal. But I don't really recommend using, I don't recommend that anyone use unregulated brokers, even though I do use them myself, because I do know the risks that come with using unregulated brokers, but I would never like recommend that you use them. Like, I only use them because I understand the risk. Like, if my money goes disappearing in like Hugo's Way, that's fine, because I already knew that. I already knew that when I went into it. Sanjeev said, oh, okay, never mind. I thought you meant because you said broker multi-bank. Here, let's see. T-Got said big loss. I mean, we're still in the trade. T-Got, it hasn't hit stop loss. We're still in the trade. Not sure what you mean by that. I think everyone's still in the trade right now. It's still far from stop loss. It's not anywhere near it. Sanjeev said FXTM, FXCM, Owanda, Pepperstone. I've never used any of those brokers, Sanjeev, so I can't really tell you how those work. I know Owanda is fine. You should be able to trade on Owanda. I've seen other people trade on Owanda. Well, it also depends on where you're located. So people use Owanda. Some people use Hugo's Way. Some people use CoinEx. Some people use, I mean, there's a lot of brokers you can use. I don't think your margin or leverage issue should be a really big issue for you, unless you're trading a small account. It seems like you might be trading like less than 1,000. If you're trading less than 1,000, then you're just not ready to trade US 30 yet. You have to trade something else. So it just depends on which one you plan on using. Yeah, because if you have a small account, it seems like you have a small account. If that's the case, then you should use something like CoinEx, because you can probably trade with them for like $500. But I haven't used them myself, so I can't really recommend them, because I don't know how they work and I don't know what the rules are. If you're trading with 20,000, then I don't see why there's an issue with your margin. If margin's only 450 and you have a 20,000 account, Sanjeev, I don't see why is there a problem with your broker. Yeah, I don't know. The numbers just don't add up, because you're saying that, if you have 20,000, you should be able to trade with that on any broker that you're using. So I'm not sure where your issue is, because like, I mean, you just do the basic math, right? You do basic math. It's like you're 20,000, right? Unless you mean 2,000. I don't know if did you add a zero to that? If you're using 20,000, your margin requirement's 450. You have a lot to trade with right there. So I'm not sure what your problem is, Sanjeev, if your account's really that big. So if your account's that big, I don't see why you need to change brokers. Yeah, sure. You could send me a picture, but I don't think, I mean, if you have 20,000, then there should be no problem with leverage. Like, leverage shouldn't be an issue for you. Let's see. Stanley said US 30 has a buy. I don't know. You want to send your chart to Stanley? I don't know what you're looking at on yours. Sanjeev, are you trading? Or you're trading Australian dollars? Damn, bro. How did you? You're negative 17,000 right now. How does that even happen, bro? Well, yeah, you can't trade much because you're in the negative so heavily right now, Sanjeev. You're you already ate up all your margin, bro. Like, cause that's why you can't trade it. Cause like, look, you're so in the negative right now that's why your margin's already been taken. I don't know what other trades you have below here, but that's why your margin is being eaten up because you're in such a big loss. I don't know why you're holding on to this trade. Uh, what trade is that? And it's not something I gave you because all of our trades have won. I think you should probably close out of that trade, bro. You're just bleeding yourself out at this point. You're 17,000 in the negative, but you only have 12,000 equity, and damn, that's a big loss on you. You have to know when to cut your losses, bro, because that's a big, like, you should never be that big in the loss. You're more than half because you started with 30K balance. You're more than half in the negative of your account. So you're negative 50% of your account right now. Jeez. Yeah, bro. Honestly, I don't know what to tell you, son. Like your account is like literally done at this point. So you can't really trade US 30 because you have because you're so far in the negative right now. I think you got to work on your trading, bro. Like before you hop into anything else. Because I've never seen anyone go into that much negative on their account. So your margin isn't a problem. Uh, the problem is you're holding on to bad trades, which you should probably be pulling out of. No, but bro, look, if you have 30,000 in your account and you're negative 17,000, you're like less than half of your account is in the negative right now. So the thing is, I don't think this number really I don't know, Sanjay. Honestly, I don't know what to tell you at this point, bro. Because my advice would to be to pull out of that trade. Uh, you shouldn't be that. Damn, that's crazy. I don't know how you lost that much money, Sanjeev, off that. Damn, jeez, you lost that much money today, dude. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, man. I mean, you didn't take any of these trades from me because all our gold trades have won. Damn, dude, that's crazy. You're negative 1,143,000. Is this a real account or is this a demo? This got to be demo, right? There's no way this could be a real account. Damn, bro. I feel bad for you, man. Good luck with your account, bro. I hope everything swings back because that's a big loss. But yeah, I mean, your problem isn't your leverage, bro. Your problem is that you're too far in the negative right now. So what I recommend is you just cut your losses and you go and do something else and not trade. Like maybe stop trading gold, bro. Because everyone, like if you're trading like everyone else here in K2, like look at everyone else who is trading gold. See like Ray over here, he trades gold and he's in profit, like 50 euros over here. Who else trades gold here? Essence trades gold here too. So everyone who's trading gold here is doing pretty good. I mean, I'm not sure why you took those trades, but everyone else who's trading gold here is doing pretty well. Yeah, bro. Sorry about your account, man, but I don't know what else can I do to help you because I don't know which trades you took. My recommendation is just to close out of those trades if you can, if possible, and just take the loss. Here, let me scroll over here real quick. Feeder, man. Yeah, Sanjeev. Uh, yeah. All right, for sure. Yeah, no, I think we do have a session today, right? Let me check the calendar. Wait, do we have a session today? I don't think we do we? Sanjeev, our session is tomorrow. So I just want to make sure that you are aware of that. Let me check real quick. Yeah, so our session is for tomorrow, actually, on Tuesday. Yeah, because I'm looking at our messages here, Sanjeev. It's on Tuesday, April 13th at 3 p.m. for our session. So yeah, we can talk about it tomorrow, and I'll try to help you, bounce back from the situation you're in. But damn, yeah, we'll definitely try to figure that out, Sanjeev. All right, let me see. All right, so US 30 is coming right back down, guys. That's why I don't really worry about it too much. When we took that trade, I'm just hanging on to it and letting it do what it's supposed to do, right? So we're letting that run right there. Other than that, let me just scroll up real quick. Yeah, I mean, there was a buy signal there, Stanley, but there was no entry there because it was below the pivots. So even if there was a buy signal there, that wouldn't be a valid buy for Josh's strategy. And this one over here as well for the OB strategy. So we're just waiting for it. We're gonna let it play out. You just gotta let the trade do what it's supposed to do. So I'm not really worried about it. I'm just letting it, move how it's moving. And then as it moves further, we'll see how it moves from there. It's 8:30 right now. Like I mentioned, as it gets closer to 10 o'clock, guys, that's when the market starts to move kind of weird. And that's why these are gonna be sliding over. So I'm not really bothering with it, guys. I'm just watching it and letting it play out, because if it loses, I'm fine because we're already up pretty heavy for the day. And if it wins, then even better. So we're currently still running this position right here. Let me check the daily over here. Yeah, no entry off this daily. It's just bouncing around now. Yeah, let me just scroll up real quick. Here, let me check the sentiment. I want to see how everything is moving again. See if people have. No, it's still the same, 72%. It hasn't really shifted that much. Yeah, what's up, John? John's favorite oil. Yeah, I'll take a look at oil for you, John. I'll take a look at oil so that we can just stop looking at US 30 for right now. There's no point in us just watching it. It's not going to do anything, right? You just got to wait and see how it plays out. So here's US oil over here. Delete everything off the chart. Zoom out from this point. Here's the naked chart right here. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to identify market structure. So I'm going to turn on the K2 SR indicator right here. I'm going to go ahead and draw these zones over here. There we go. We got those right there. Those right there. Right there. And then lastly down here. All right, so looking at US oil right here. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to identify market structure, right? So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off right here. Looking at this right here, you can see price broke into this market structure over here. So price broke right here. At that point, it was bullish. From there, it broke all the way up to here, and then it came back down. So you can see that we can chop up market structure as price, bounces around this area. So like right here, bullish market structure. Right here, some consolidation. So bullish market structure, consolidation, comes back down, consolidation this way as well. And price is pretty much just going sideways from this point over here. So looking at this right here, this is pretty much where our market structure is, right? If I delete this zone right here, you can see that price is just bouncing around that area. If I delete this zone down here, same situation, right? This becomes the current market structure. So price broke into this area right here on March 18th, and it's just been consolidating sideways since then. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off right here. And looking at this, so price is just consolidating sideways. I'm going to turn on the momentum indicator. Right here, we have a bullish, well, I mean, it's temporarily a invalid buy signal. But just looking at this point right here, the most important thing to look at for oil right now, John, is like if I deleted these right here, is whether price breaks and closes above here or breaks and closes below here. Because once price breaks and closes above here or below there, that's going to be the indication whether price is going to continue pushing, right? So for example, if price comes down here and then it ends up closing below this area, Then from this point right here, short position, right? Full TP, just write that down further. And then at that point, it's going to create new market structure. So that's why I'm going to mark this up right here. So if price ends up closing below here and it drops, there you go, right? Full TP right there. Same situation over here. Price ends up swinging above here. This is going to be brand new market structure within this area. So price is probably going to keep pushing up from here. And then you can ride that up in that direction. Because you can see right here. So price, like I'll show you, for example, right here, price was bouncing around. As soon as price broke below here, if you took this sell right here, took that for a short position right here, full TP, right? Straight to full TP right there. Same situation over here when price broke into this new market structure right here. If you took a buy right there, full TP right there. So that's exactly what we're looking for here, John. We're just waiting for price to break or close above or below one of these areas, either above here or below here. And then from there, we can take this for, a trade in that direction, whether it be up this direction or down here. But yeah, until that point, that's probably going to be what we'll be looking for, because there's just not much for us to work with here. The last thing you want to do is enter a trade, and then it just ends up, just consolidating sideways. And then it can, spike either way. Like for example, here, if you end up taking a short position here, and then it ends up spiking up, you're going to get stopped out. Vice versa, if you end up taking a long position right here and it drops down here, you're going to get stopped down that direction as well, right? So that's why I wouldn't enter a trade until it breaks and closes above here, so that you have that confirmation. But it looks like U.S. oil hasn't really been moving that much since then. It's been, it's been almost a month since it broke into this structure. So I think probably by a month from now, it should try to break outside at one point. So that's going to be my analysis for U.S. oil here. And I wouldn't take it until it breaks above or below one of these price points right here. Let me just go to the chat real quick. I'm going to delete some of this stuff over here. All right, cool. So I think that's it for this right here. US 30 looks like it's still bouncing around that area, so there's not really much for us to look at. Let me see if there's anything else for me to look at real quick. Do you guys have any other questions? Let me see if there's anything right here. Oh, for a buy. Yeah. So John also asked for a buy here. So I wouldn't take it yet for a buy, John, because like I was mentioning earlier, like right here, if you take, the thing is price is consolidating within this area. So price can go either way. So I wouldn't enter a buy just yet. I would wait for it to close above here. I mean, it might not happen anytime soon, but for me, I like to be a safe trader. So I would for sure would want to wait for it to actually get to that point before we take it. So I would hold tight, and I would just wait for a confirmation, because the last thing you want to do is enter a buy and then it ends up coming down, stops you out. Vice versa, if you enter sell and it stops you out that way, it's just not going to end well. So other than that, I think that's it for this right now. Let me check if there's anything else in the chat before I move on forward. Let's see. Yeah, so I see you guys having a little bit of your side convos over there. Yeah, it looks like our scalp is probably gonna hit stop loss, which is fine. Can't win every single trade. I mean, it's all good. I'm still hanging on to this right now, but it's probably gonna hit stop loss, which is fine. I already locked in a lot of profit today, so I'm not really, it's not gonna affect my market like my trades that much, because I'm still heavily in profit overall for the day. And this is why I try to be a little more careful once we get closer to this time. I should probably even change this to like maybe 9. 10 might be a little too far out, but you guys can see right here that there's a lot of irregular market movement. This is why I like to look at the sentiment over here, because see how there's a lot of people short, and look what's happening with price. It's doing the opposite. It's going up, right? So we'll wait and see how this plays out. I mean, if it doesn't play out, then that's fine. We still have, how many wins do we have today? Let me just check my thing real quick. Yeah, because I still got, I mean, if that becomes the case, we still have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 wins and then 1 loss for the day, which is all good. it happens. That's how trading is, back and forth game. As long as you guys close in profit for the end of the day, that's all that really matters. It's not a big deal. But we're still waiting for it. It could still come down at any moment. I'm not that's why I'm just gonna hang on to it, because there's no point. Like at this point, I'm ready to still much drawdown where it's just, if it comes back down, it's perfect. If it doesn't, that's cool. I already accepted it. Let's see if there's anything else right here. Let's see. Paul said, I think US 30 is going to go up. Wick rejection on the 1 hour time frame, and it's respecting the 20 EMA. Yeah, that could possibly be it, but we'll see how it ends up moving from here. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's it for the chat. I'm hoping it drops. If this thing drops, then that's perfect. That's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be perfect. But we'll have to wait and see. It looks like there's areas of liquidity here though. So I think this big push up right here happened because of the liquidity right here. So there was order blocks that were here earlier. So as you can see, when price reached these areas, it just had a big push up, right? It reached this area right here, big push up. So you can see that there's areas of liquidity here that push price up, but now it ran out of areas of liquidity, right? So it ran out of liquidity from this point. So as you can see, price pushed up. As it reached this area, it pushed up higher, reached this area, pushed up higher, reached this area, pushed up higher. And then now it's all done. There's no more liquidity here. So this might come back down from this point. Stan, I got 5 profits right here, right? So I'm counting 5 wins because I got 5 wins right here. So I don't know. Does this look? I mean, I'm pretty sure it looks like 5 wins to me. Yeah, just because you saw me take 2 trades doesn't mean that like there wasn't other trades that were taken. Because we took a trade last night. This was from last night too. You were in that trade, Stanley. You took this trade with me last night on Sunday. This is the one that you were complaining about. Remember, you were like, "Oh, he's gonna leave us hanging," but it was the one that ran. I mean, I don't know what you were looking at, Stanley, this whole time. If you missed these other trades, but this one was this one was from last night. This one was from this morning. This one was also from this morning, and these 2 are from this morning. So 4 of these were from this morning. I'm not sure which one well, I don't know what you missed, because if you were on here the whole time, I don't think you should have missed any of these. But this, you were in this trade, Stanley. You have this first trade because you took this with me on Sunday. This is the one where I took and I was like, oh, I'm going to go offline. So I went offline and it ended up hitting full TP, you remember? So not sure which one you missed, but we did mark up a lot of these other ones. Yeah, I did double up on some of them too. So I think you just might have missed a couple of them that I was taking, or you just weren't following along when I took some other double trades earlier. But we did, I did double up a couple of them. Well, just one of them actually. It was just this one. It was just this one over here. So technically 3, but obviously I have profit for 4 trades here. So not sure which one you missed, Stanley. I mean, you should just learn the strategy yourself, Stanley. I mean, if you learn the strategy, there's other people who took more trades here. I only took 5, but Jalan over here took, how many did he take? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He took 12 trades himself. Or actually, no, he took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He took 8 trades here on the 12th, right? Ray over here took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 trades himself. Essence here took 2. Cheryl over here locked in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Like you could like if you're only just following what I'm doing here on the live, that's all you're gonna get, Stanley. If you actually learn the strategy and do it yourself, you know, everyone here is locking in way more. They're taking more trades than me. Like right here, Mercedes, she took 1, 2, 3, 4 trades here as well. So I mean, you're the only one that I mean, majority of people here took at least more than 2, unless you're only following what I'm taking here on the live, which I'm assuming that's what you took here. Like Sisu, how many did he take today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 trades there. So, I mean, there's more trades if you just go learn the strategy. But if you're just going to follow what I'm calling here, you're probably not going to have as many as everyone else. But all right, guys, it's about to be 9. I don't think there's really much else for us to look at today because the market is starting to move a little funky. It's getting close to 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. So that's why we usually cut off our trades at this point in time. Obviously, you know, we probably could have cut off this trade over here earlier too if we wanted to, but it was still kind of early. It was only 8 o'clock. But now that it's getting closer to 10, I don't want to be on the stream, because if I know if I'm on, I'm gonna take some risky trades. So I'll keep you guys updated with this trade right here. I'll keep following it, and then, you know, whatever happens, happens, and I'll give you guys the update with the trade. But I think me personally, I'm just gonna get offline right now, because I already know myself. If I stay on this session for too long, I'm gonna be taking some unnecessary trades that I shouldn't be taking. So other than that, guys, I think that's it for this session. If you guys have any other questions, you know, feel free to reach out to me on Telegram or email or whatever you guys want to reach out to me from. And I'll give you guys an update as this hits. If it hits stop loss, I'll give you guys the update. If it hits TP, I'll give you guys the update. But other than that, thanks for showing up, guys. Just a reminder, if you guys are brand new here, I do this every morning at 6:30 a.m. So if you guys want to copy more trades with me here, I'll be back here tomorrow morning. Let me see if I have any mentoring sessions today. I think I know I do, but I don't know if they're going to be public. Let's see. Yeah, actually, I have one session today at 3 p.m. So if you guys want to sit on that session, just make sure to follow the YouTube channel, and then YouTube will send you an email when I go live later today. But other than that, I think that's it for today, and I will catch you guys in a couple hours. Yeah, so it's 9 o'clock, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, in about 6 hours, I'll be live again. So I'll catch you guys back here in about 6 hours. Otherwise, if you guys don't make it to that session, I'll be back tomorrow for the morning session as well. So until then, guys, thanks for showing up, and I will see you guys in a couple hours. So have a great rest of your morning, guys. Enjoy it. Don't be too focused on these charts right now. I think you guys should take a break like I'm doing, and then just come back fresh in the next couple hours or so for US session. I mean, for Asia session. But yeah, guys, I'll keep you guys updated.